And good evening everybody, welcome back to another playthrough of Steins Gate Zero, live and exclusive to YouTube. I'm your host Swishbone for the remainder of the evening. For those of you who've never seen the channel before, this is all about blind Let's Plays, having a bit of fun, live reactions, bad jokes, a general banter all round for everybody. For those of you who've been here before for the likes of Steins Gate Zero, Steins Gate Duology, maybe you were here for all the Persona, perhaps you were here for Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, or even the old school days when we were doing the likes of Forza 4 and Final Fantasy 7, a huge welcome back to all of you. Without you guys, there is no channel. And of course, the chat box is open and already got quite a few comments in there. Chaotic Writing jumping in saying, hey, saw the channel today, just caught up and finally able to catch up on the stream. Thank you very much, that's amazing. If you've literally found my channel today and got through the parts of this stream series, you are awesome. Very big welcome to you. How are you doing? Get some questions in, I'll do what I can to interact with you. Also, Amy's back. Procrastinating on many of the shows you're trying to catch up on. I used to be like that. I've not watched TV in years, but I know exactly where you're coming from. And of course, you're also asking if I've ever heard of a game called Color X Malice. I can't say I have. Color Cross Malice, maybe? It sounds like some kind of crossover game with the X in the middle. Kind of like Blaze Blue Cross Tag maybe, but never heard of it. Honestly, no idea. So here we are about to go into X-Day Protocol. We literally had the scene between Amane Suzuha and Amane Yuki in the lab. And now it seems that Okabe has been taken into Ferris Nyanyan's backyard, which is, of course, May Queen Nyanyan. Queen also jumping in the chat saying, hi, here for 30 minutes. Well, enjoy whatever it is you're doing for the next 30 minutes. Listen to me pontificating.
Welcome back, Meowster!
As I walked into the maid cafe, May Queen Nyanyan, the cat inn maids greeted me cheerfully. It was a weekday evening, so there were more open seats than usual. In my experiences in Japan, they're usually quite busy all the time. You still normally queue to get into the maid cafes and the idol cafes, especially in Akihabara. Although I suppose if it's a Tuesday evening, might be less busy maybe.
Welcome back, Kiyoma. I mean, Okabe.
Is Mayuri here today? Yeah, if you don't remind me what Daru's line goes. Yeah. Maybe I'll put the headphones down and walk off the set already. You've got in there before the game did.
Mayushi will be here soon, Nya. How about 30 minutes?
I see. Mayuri had been working here for a while now. Her maid name was Mayushi Nyanyan. When she was a maid, she wore a long black wig and blonde wig and cat ears, and looked very different from her usual self. Daru called me. Is he here yet? And yes, Queen, it seems that Ferris also misses Kiyoma. Holy Kiyoma-da! There's something about chewing the scenery when you're doing a kind of voice acting world. I always find it a lot of fun. Maybe it's because I'm kind of used to chewing the scenery the way I speak, I don't know.
Yep, at his usual spot.
I looked toward the back corner and saw a silhouette sitting next to the window with the sun at its back. Oh, and I've got someone with me today. They've never been to a maid cafe before. Can you keep them company until Daru and I finish? Who's he brought with him? He's not brought Maho to the maid cafe, has he? That could be interesting.
Meow? Who could that be, Nya?
Oh my god, it was as well! Yep, Maho's going to be exposed to the whole otaku culture at the highest level here. She's never coming back from this rabbit hole. Oh no, sorry. Absolutely not. And I do know what you mean, Queen. Depressed Okabe is very flat. I'm probably doing his voice a little too upbeat now I think about it, but I can't do his tone in a bleak way. I just can't do it. I mean, while Snow jumping in, saying you bought a game called Slay the Spire. Dungeon crawler card game? I can't say I have, but it does sound interesting. A dungeon crawler card game is giving me flashbacks to Persona 3 FES with the cards between every battle. Hey, Hyajo, over here. I called to Maho, she was fidgeting outside the store, apparently unwilling to come in. It is a culture shock whenever you go inside these cafes, so I can really understand.
Meow! Okabe's a cute girl, yeah?
And actually, Avian, yes, it was kind of like a dirty blonde. It wasn't bright yellow, but it was kind of like a dirty blonde, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, is that really that surprising?
And for her height, she's either in elementary school or middle school!
Oh dear. Yep, it seems that Okabe is now being called a lolicon. In a place where Daru's already visiting, what does that tell you? She is not.
I can't believe it! You've already got Ferris, yeah? But instead you went out and found a new lover! A new lolly lover, yeah?
No, I already have Suzuha. Suzuha is best girl. We've had this conversation, Ferris. I did not. She's from an American university and she's here for research.
My only choice is to denounce you at the round table, yeah?
Listen to me. This is giving me big flashbacks to Persona 3 FES. Yuka-san, let me explain. For those of you who were there watching me squirm on the hot seat. All of you who were laughing. What are you talking about? Maho had finally made it inside, and she was staring at me and Ferris with suspicious eyes. To be fair, that's a pretty accurate description, isn't it? That does, like, have the I'm watching you, the whole meme. I'd gone with Maho to the police to talk about the attack again. After that, we both realised we hadn't eaten, so I'd brought her here. Brave man! You could have gone to, like, an udon curry place or a ramen shop, but no, you'll take her to a maid cafe. You might be bleak at the moment, Okabe, but you still got some big cojones. And yeah, I knew you'd be laughing, Avian, I just knew it. Ferris stood to her full height, gave me a cute little bow, and then did one of her cat-like poses. Well, which one's that? She's done about 19, hasn't she?
Welcome back, mistress!
These are getting even more painful to listen to, these cat puns. Huh?
At this cafe, we don't say welcome, we say welcome back, Nia. Oh, so that's it. I'm Ferris Nyan Nyan. What's your name, mistress?
Hyajo Maho.
Hyajo Maho. Hyajo! So you're from Okinawa, Nia?
I told you all seals are intelligent as she lets on, and none of you believe me if you've not seen these games before. And indeed, I think you might be right, Avian. No, the clasped hands together, that's a very, like, kind of senpai kind of pose that you see in anime.
Oh, I'm amazed that you knew that. People always ask me either to repeat it or just get it wrong, but you knew it was from Okinawa. Of course, Nia.
フェイリスは3世代前の前世で琉球王国の彼方にある理想郷、
Oh.
パイパディローマを守護する精霊だったんだにゃ。
So guys, I do apologise. I've literally just had something alert on my phone. Back in a second. Sorry about that false alarm. I saw a flash and I thought it was an urgent call, but it wasn't. I hate it when that happens when I'm live. Back to what we were doing before.
Okay. 3 nights ago, I was the spirit guardian of the land of Pipatrioma.
Trying to say that in a regular voice is almost impossible. Doing it in a cutesy one, forget it.
Which lies beyond the horizon of the Ryukyu Kingdom, yeah?
はい。
Huh?
そう。あの頃、フェイリスたち精霊の声はノロを通じて人々に届き、王国を正しい姿へと導いていたのにゃ。
That's right. The voices of we spirits were brought to the people about a Noro, and we made the kingdom prosper, yeah?
ところが、荒ぶる怪人たちがパイパディローマに攻め込んできて、ついにフェイリスたちは。
But the raging sea gods invaded Pipatrioma, and at last we.
ごめんなさい。この人は何を言っているの？
I'm sorry. What is she talking about?
なんというか秋葉で通じる特別な言語のようなものだな。
Oh, it's a special dialect spoken exclusively by the people of Akihabara.
そうなの？
Is that right?
あまり考えると頭がパンクするぞ。
Yeah. Think about it too much and your head will explode.
すでにパンクしそうなんだけれど。
It already feels like it's about to explode.
とにかくしばらく待っててくれ。向こうに座ってる友達と話があるんだ。
Anyway, just a minute. I need to talk to my friend over there. Meanwhile, how's the judge over there saying good to be back here? How are we all doing? Because it's Monday after all. Yes, Monday. Don't we all know it? But I'm actually good. How are you, mate? How have you been getting on? And as you say, yeah, just let it slide over your head. Don't try and explain what's going on. It doesn't work. I noticed to Daru when she saw him by the window, her eyes narrowed.
どうかした？
Is something wrong?
ずいぶん大きな人ね。
He's a pretty big guy.
後で紹介するよ。少しは痩せるように言ってやってほしいな。
I'll introduce you later. Tell him to lose some weight.
それじゃあ、マホニャン、お席へ案内するにゃ。
Okay, Maho-yan, I'll take you to your seat.
Another maid had just finished cleaning the table.
マホニャン、
Maho-yan?
かわいいにゃ。
Isn't it cute, Nia?
できれば普通に呼んでもらえないかしら。
I prefer something more normal.
You've been fine counting down the days to Christmas. Yes, it's amazing how close it is now, isn't it? Where does time go, people? Did you know it's almost 2 years to the day that I started playing Danganronpa? Where has the time gone? And how far are we into Steins Gate? We're into the 3rd chapter now, mate. That's where we are, because the second one was very, 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 very long. It took ages to get through.
これが普通だにゃ。さあ、こちらへどうぞ、マホニャン。
This is normal, Nyan. Now come this way, Maho-yan.
Maho remained dead silent as she was led to a seat near where Darrow was sitting. And Avian, you believe she's kind of like the tsundere otaku, secretly into it and trying to hide the fact that she likes it? I can understand completely, to be fair. I've also just realised what date it is in the game. 21st of December. So I get the feeling that we're going to get to the big Christmas party where something is going to happen. I'm calling it. I headed to Darrow's table too. It's not quite 2 years yet, Arista Jack, but it ain't far off. Unless it's been and I've not realised it. I'll have to go back through my archive and check it. And yeah, Queen, you're not wrong actually. Okabe's a bit of a dick there. Not only does he bring a casual, I don't like using the other word, to the place, but he leaves them with Ferris of all people. Good luck, Maho. We'll see you in an hour. I sat across from him and ordered some coffee from a nearby maid. I'm disappointed in you, Ocarine. Normies must explode. Don't say the same thing as Ferris. It's not like that. What do you mean it's not like that? She's a legal lolly. And not only is she really cute, I love how she seems so unrefined. Ocarine, you jerk! And I'm like, because he's talking about a lolicon. Yes, this is the stream that takes me to hell, people. Don't tell her that, she's scary when she's mad. I glanced over at Maho, who was staring at the menu and trying her best to keep up with Ferris. I told you about her on the phone, right? She was with me when I was attacked. She's Dr. Leskinen's assistant. That stuff doesn't matter! The issue here is that you get to go around with cute girls and I don't. But you have someone else you must pursue. I'll take away the harem. I'll just stay away from Yuki. Deal? Good. And yes, Avian, it doesn't make it better, does it? Let's be honest here, people. Then go do it. Go on a date or something. Is that sarcasm? Wow, you really are a jerk, Ocarine. It wasn't. Why not ask out Yuki? Wait, you're not telling me you haven't even approached her yet? It's fine, I plan to become a wizard. Go on then, what's the hint for wizard? Let's find out. Let's find out what it says. It says there's an urban legend that if a man is still a virgin past the age of 30, he becomes a wizard. It's also said that further training can make him into a fairy. What? You become a wizard, then you can train to become a fairy? So you go from being Gandalf the Grey to Pixie? Is that what this game's getting at? What the fuck? Then there's the Nora, which are festivals and religious rituals that play an important role in Okinawan life. Always the job of a woman to lead them. How the school of thought says it's a woman that speaks with the gods. It's one found around the world during a time when Okinawa was still in its own independent kingdom. Had a government called Noro. Quite interesting history there, actually, to say the least. There's a big wall of text, so let's move on. Yes, Pai Pataroma, a legendary island. When it's written in kanji, the island between the shining summer waves. There's way too much wall of text there. And way too much war text there too. Let's get back to the game. But first, let's do a save. And there's silence stunned in the comments there, and I'm not surprised. You're welcome for that one.
おいおい、それじゃまずいだろう。鈴葉が生まれてこなくなる。
Hey, that's not a good idea. Suzuha will never be born.
それを言われると
I don't have a good comeback for that.
ユキさんのこと嫌いじゃないんだろ？
You like Yuki, right?
そりゃ綺麗な人だし太ももとかうなじとかハーハーするけど
Sure, she's pretty. Moving on.
やめないか変態。
Stop it, pervert.
変態じゃないよ変態紳士だよ
I'm not a pervert. I'm a perverted gentleman.
どっちでもいい。俺は恋愛的な意味で言ってるんだ。
I don't care who you are. I'm talking about romance here. Just on the edge of turning, I'm going to have to gulp that in a second. Oh, I accidentally pulled my phone up. Daru leaned over the table and sipped his iced tea through a straw.
そういうのよくわかんないんだよね
I don't really understand that stuff. Out of curiosity, can I actually make any calls? Ah, interesting. It's not allowing me to call, It's not allowing me to call Makise. I'm interested by that. That's interesting.
って子供か？
Jeez, what are you, a little kid?
今日のお前が言うなすれはここですか
Is this the days you don't get to talk, Fred? We stared at one another. He was right. When it came to romance, I didn't really have the right to talk.
まあいいやそういう話をしたくて呼んだわけじゃないし
Well, whatever. This isn't what I wanted to talk to you about.
確かに。本題に入ってくれ。
True. Get to it. And the sudden death in music gets me suspicious.
実はさ話は2つあって
Yeah, you see, there are two things I wanted to discuss. Here Daru stopped and casually looked around. There weren't many people in the cafe, and thanks to Ferris, there was no one sitting near us. As long as we didn't yell, there was no risk of being overheard. I realized that the old me's habits were coming back. Was it because I'd just gone through something out of a Hollywood movie?
まず1つ目なまゆしには内緒にしてほしいんだけど人を探してるんだよ
First, I want you to keep this a secret from Miyushi, but I'm looking for someone.
マユリに内緒？
A secret from Miyuri? That's right.
なんで？
Why?
ちょっとね
Oh, well, you know. No, he doesn't. That's not going to work here, Daru. You're going to have to be a bit more specific than that. He seemed reluctant to speak.
オカリンってさまゆしの幼なじみだろまゆしの友達か知り合いでカガリって名前の子知らない
You've known her since you were kids, right? Does she have any friends named Kagari?
かがり？
Kagari? Of course, I didn't know every single one of her friends, but I'd never heard that name.
いや、俺の知ってる限りは。
No, not as far as I know.
じゃあ名前は置いといてまゆしと特別に仲の良かった女友達とかは
Then forget the name. Were there any girls that she was especially close to?
そうだな。
Well, let me see. There was a group of kids she used to play with in elementary school. I told Daru their names. Of course, he knew all her friends since high school. She was especially close to Fubuki and Kaede from her cosplay group, as well as Faris and the other maids at May Queen Nyanyan. There was also Luca, even if he wasn't a girl. Yes, All the Lukaku fans are getting ready to attack here for that one, probably. But as I say, Suzuha's still best girl. I stand by it.
俺が答えられるのはこの程度だ。お前が知ってることと大して変わらない。すまないな。
That's all I can tell you. I don't know much more than you do. Sorry.
いや、それでも十分だよ。助かった。
No, that's plenty. Thanks. Daru took out his smartphone and wrote down the names of the girls I'd given him.
なんでマユリ本人に聞かないんだ？
Why don't you ask Mayuri herself?
まあ、いろいろあって。
Well, there's some stuff going on.
というか、誰なんだ？かがりって。どうして誰がその人を？
And who is this Kagari anyway? Why are you looking for her? Well, we all know why he's looking for her, because obviously Suzuha lost her in 1975. So, again, the age should be, what, 35 at this point? Therefore, if she's 35, there's no point asking about kids at Miyuri's age when she was a kid. Aristojack, you asking if Rintaro's a jerk in this game? He is and he isn't. He's a lot more subdued. He's gone through a lot here, and he's kind of, like, reined in a lot of his other stuff. Such as Horin Kiyomada! You don't see much of that, but he's also... yeah... he's a very different character in this game, it must be said. Whereas Daru's as creepy as he always was. Daru was unconsciously tapping the table. He seemed to be deciding how best to explain it.
実は僕じゃなくて、鈴葉が探してるんだよね。
Actually, it's not me who's looking for her. It's Suzuha.
鈴葉が？
Suzuha?
なんで彼女がマユリの知り合いなんか？
Why would she be looking for a friend of Miyuri's? No, wait. If Suzuha was involved...
それはつまりマユリの未来に関係あるってことか。だからマユリには言えない。
That means Miyuri's future is involved. Is that why she can't tell Miyuri?
まあね。
Yeah.
その子の名前さ、椎名かがりって言うんだと。
Her name is... Sheena Kagari.
シーナ？
Sheena? Yeah, Aristojack, he has a very unusual voice in the Japanese. Apparently, in the English one, he's got a much more much more standard accent. But in the Japanese, he has a rather unusual one, definitely.
マユリの親戚か何かか？
A relative of Miyuri's or something.
そうじゃない。いや、そうじゃないこともない。
No, well, maybe.
マユシの娘なんだってさ。
She's Mayashi's daughter. Oh. He said it so naturally that I almost missed it. I see. Her daughter, huh? Her daughter. What does daughter mean again? Daughter. Miyuri's daughter.
マユリの娘？
Miyuri's daughter!
声がでかいっつうの。
You're too loud! I swallowed my words as best I could.
本当なのか？それ。
Is that true?
ただ、実の子供じゃないらしい。繊細孤児だったのを養子にしたとかなんとか。
Yeah, but not her real daughter, I guess. She was a war orphan that Mayashi adopted. A war orphan? I couldn't even imagine what chain of events in the future would bring that about. But it sounded a lot like something Mayuri would do. Even in the worst world line, Mayuri would still know the joy of having a child. Maybe it was wrong, but that still made me feel a little better. But at the same time, I felt a little worried about whether she could raise a kid. Wow, dude. Seriously? You know... This is the guy who can't even cook cup noodles? And he's asking if Miyuri is capable of raising a child? What an idiot. Apologies, but that was right on the edge of being undrinkable, so I had to get rid of it.
でも変じゃないか。なんでこの時代にマユリの娘が。
But isn't that weird? Why would Mayuri's daughter be here, in this world line?
鈴葉と一緒に2036年から脱出してきたみたいなんだよ。
She escaped from 2036 along with Suzuha, it looks like.
なんだって。
What?
ところがさ、ミッションのために1998年の秋葉へ立ち寄って、そこではぐれちゃったって。
But when she stopped in Akihabara in 1998 for a mission, they got separated. Ah, so there's an extra stop in this storyline in 1998. In that case then, she'd be... How old would she be? She looks about 7 or 8. So she'd be right at the upper edge of the college era. Similar age to Maho? Raised in Okinawa. So it doesn't make sense for it to be Maho, because Okinawa and Akihabara are like 1,000 miles apart pretty much. So that's not likely it. So we're looking for someone who's around about 19 to 21, I wager, in terms of age bracket.
鈴葉は必死になって探したんだけど見つからなかったらしい。
Suzuha searched as hard as she could, but never found her. You think that Okabe doesn't think he could do much better than Mayuri? Well, at least you can give him that level of credit, I suppose, Queen. And the Y2K, yes, the Millennium Bug. One of my friends, his company, had the Millennium Bug appear last year, would you believe? They actually had the Millennium Bug in 2020. Because they kicked the can down the road in terms of the spreadsheets and it came back 20 years later because they hadn't upgraded the systems. I am not joking, that's true.
1998年に置いてきたのか。
And so she left her in 1998.
探してる最中タイムマシンが見つかりそうになったみたいで、かがりを残したままジャンプせざるを得なかったって言ってた。
I guess someone almost found the time machine while she was searching. She had to jump and leave Kagari behind. And I know where it's Queen, if you gotta get back to work, you get back to it, try and have a good shift and I'll see you later.
その後は数ヶ月単位の小さな移動を繰り返していろいろ手を尽くしたんだけど。
Afterwards, she kept trying to jump forward a few months at a time and look for her, but...
2000年まで進んだところで燃料がギリギリになっちゃって。
Once she got to the year 2000, she started to run out of fuel.
で、本来のミッションを果たすために一気に2010年まで飛んだっていうことか。
And so she jumped to 2010 to fulfill her real mission. I finished his sentence, and Daru nodded.
けど鈴葉は今に来てからもまだ諦めずにずっと探し続けてるんだよね。
But even after coming here, she's still looking.
つうことで、それとなくマユ氏に聞いといてくれるかな。
So, do you think you'd ask Ms. Mayu without letting her know what's up?
俺が
Me?
10年ちょい前に自分と同じくらいの年の子が会いに来なかったかとか。
Where someone around her age came to see her about 10 years ago, or something like that.
わかった。聞いてみるよ。
Oh. Yeah, sure, I'll ask. If I could find her, I wanted to. Adopted or not, she was the future Miyuri's daughter. And I felt a little guilty about things with Suzuha. I wanted to help if I could. Just then, the maid brought my coffee. As I drank it, I looked over to Maho's seat. Faris had barely left her alone for an instant.
それじゃあこれからパンケーキをさらに美味しくする魔法をかけるにゃ。
Alright, I'll put a magic spell on your pancakes to make them taste even better, Nia.
And that is actually true. You go to a maid cafe and they'll give you your food and you have to do things like delicious, wee, before you eat. And I am not making that up. That is true. That is 100% true. They even give you cat ears. I'm such a weeb. I really am such a weeb.
魔法
Magic?
さあ、マホニャもご一緒に。
Yep.
世界がやばいにゃ、陰謀にゃ。
See, I told you.
Say it with me, Mahonya. The world is a danger, Nia. It's a conspiracy, Nia.
普通に食べさせてもらえないかしら。
Can I just eat my pancakes normally?
ここではこれが普通にゃ。
This is normal here, Nia.
ではどうぞ、召し上がれにゃ。
Now enjoy your pancakes, Nia.
いただきます。
Thanks.
マホニャ、垂れるにゃ。蜂蜜が垂れちゃうにゃ。
Oh, Mahonyan! It's dripping! The honey is dripping!
あら、
What?
もう赤ちゃんみたいだにゃ。
Oh, jeez. You're like a little baby.
赤ちゃん。
A baby?
They looked like they were having a good time. Wow. Okabe's really good at reading the room, isn't he? Dear oh dear. I turned back to Daru.
一つ目の話は分かった。で、二つ目ってのは
So, that's the first one. What's the second?
これオカリに聞いていいもんか迷ったんだけど。
Yeah, I don't know if I should ask you this, but...
なんだ、水臭いな。
Oh, come on, man.
やっぱやめた方がいいかな。
Maybe I really shouldn't. He just mumbled to himself and didn't say anything. It was rare for Daru to hesitate like this.
言ってみろよ。答えたくないと思ったら拒否するから。
Come on, out with it. If I don't want to answer, I just won't. That's Cheravian, yeah. Ferris might be having a good time, whereas Maho's just like, what? Why? What's going on?
じゃあ
Okay, then... His hand went for his smartphone. He'll know that he'll know, of course, that Makise has Line. This is about my secret job, so let's use
秘
this.
密のバイトというと
So the secret job of yours. Daru cut me off and pointed at my phone. I guess he wanted me to use it. What's got you creasing yourself up in the comments, chaotic? Don't be honest, there's enough content in this scene to have that kind of reaction, so narrow it down. Was this something even more secret than what we had just talked about? Secret job? You mean you're hacking? Yeah, basically. It's not all illegal stuff though. I make online systems for manufacturers and banks, build and admin servers, boring things like that. Oh, and I do virus analysis and make security software. There's data recovery. Oh, and making new encryption tech too. Seriously? So like a system engineer? Nothing formal like that. We got a reputation. Our group gets jobs from all over the world. I call myself Dash. The small A has me suspicious there. Something to a lot. That's got backronym written all over it. What's that short for? I can't tell you. I was right. It's definitely a backronym. The question is, what's it for? Why? I just can't. I don't think I can help you with that. You were close to Makise Karisu, right? Huh? What do you mean? I want some help with her. I've hit a dead end with this job I'm doing. I had a feeling that Daru was going to be involved here with Makise. I just fucking knew it. A job you're doing? What do you mean?
ごめん。やっぱやめとく。
Sorry, never mind. Yeah, as you say, Kelvin, it's amazing how much of a pro Daru is with all his gear and everything else, and yet he comes across as such a Chunibiu weeb. But then again, I suppose that's pretty good cover. If you want to be someone who's an elite, underground, scientific genius, play yourself as some mad anime fan. It's better than being a mad scientist like Hoin Kiyama. Darius said that to me directly and was about to put away his phone.
待て待て。ここでやめられたら気になって夜も眠れなくなるだろう。
Wait. If you stop here, I'm going to be so busy thinking about it, I won't be able to sleep at night.
でも。
But...
あんまり気を使うなよ。その方がかえって辛くなる。
Oh. It's just quick so far, man. I'm not going to argue it up. Don't worry about me, man. That just makes it worse.
わかったお。
Fine. He whispered and sent another message online. Someone brought in a laptop and a portable hard drive to us a while back. Both of them have really strong full disk encryption on them and can't be booted without a password. Of course, you can't take the hard drive out and connect it to a PC either. Well, Avian, if, as you say, if Daru didn't pursue Yuki, it would cause the ultimate time paradox, because there's a member in the group who should not exist. So it would absolutely screw with it. It'd probably take it wouldn't take it to the Alpha or Beta, it'd probably go as far as the Gamma World line. It'd be a real divergence point now, it'd be a ridiculous one. The client hit up a bunch of places with no luck, and finally came to us. Is the encryption that strong? I've heard that even full disk encryption can be broken by a pro. Not happening with this one. You know why? We were the ones who made it, baby! Huh? If you guys made it, then you can't deal with it yourself? And I believe in encryption needs to be a poison without an antidote, or there's no point. So you don't know how to break the code, even though you made it. Props to him, he's making sure that his clients can't suffer. There's all this whole I hold the master key bullshit. You can take me in and torture me as much as you like, I can't help you because I don't know how to break my own code. That really is dedicated. Exactly. If we can break it, then other hackers who are just as good as us can break it too. And that's no good, duh. I see. And don't call me a super hacker! Otsu. I didn't. But what's this got to do with Makise? The laptop and hard drive belong to Makise Kurisu. What? So he wasn't involved in what I thought he was. I thought he was going to be involved in the production of the AI. Or Makise. Oh. But apparently not. So Kurisu's belongings. I wanted to ask Daru directly, but stopped myself. Something seemed weird about the client, so I hit up the PC manufacturer's user registration database. How I did that is a secret, by the way. And I found that it was registered under her name. Same address, too. It's definitely her. No, it isn't. You can register a computer to someone, you can register with the same address, that does not mean it's theirs. Hence why so many car insurance claims get rejected, because someone has bought a car for their son and says it's their car and not their son's. Who brought you the computer? Why would they have Makise's computer? And yes, Chaotic, yeah, don't be triggering Okabe. Hoin Kiyama is so close to coming back to the service. The mad scientist will return. Sorry, the rules say I can't tell you that. Were they Russian? Huh? Nope. Why? Russia? Nakabashi? No. If it's not, then fine. So what do you want me to do? I want to hit, man. You know any words that Karisu might use for her password? Fork, maybe? She always wanted a fork of her own? Possibly. Other than that, what else would be a good one for her? This fork. She wouldn't have used Okabe because in this timeline they never got to know each other, so it wouldn't have been Okabe. Wouldn't have been reading Steiner. Possibly one of those scientist theories that she's known as well, maybe. I can't brute force the passwords, I have to do it the hard way. I tried her birthday, graduation dates and stuff, address and phone too. Not that I can imagine her picking them for a password. Also, any words commonly used in brain science are frequently used in her papers. I've got all that data. Now I'm trying stuff from her private life. Time machine? It'd be interesting if she did because she wrote that paper, didn't she? Or again, perhaps the type of theory that she was using. I don't think it would have been the metal Upa because I don't think in this timeline she'll have got it. If you remember what happened to the OG Steins gate, that led to a certain situation. Unless, yeah, but she would have got the Upa the same day, so I don't think it's Upa. Then again, the butterfly effect suggests it could well be. It felt like the grave of someone I cared about was being violated. What kind of words do I associate with Makise's private life anyway? The zombie! Christina! What was the other one he used? Oh god, the high flyer one. He had a name that involved being a high flyer or being rich. What the hell was it? I honestly can't remember. Kurikohan and Kamehameha? My fork? See, I mentioned the fork. Or maybe something to do with her dad. I tried to remember more about Makise, but when I did, I started to think about her last moments. I quickly shut down that train of thought.
悪い。少し時間をくれないか。すぐには考えがまとまらない。
Again, Avian, a system would make sense if it's the timeline where they get to know each other, but this isn't that timeline, is it? They didn't get to know each other. So it doesn't make sense for her to have that as a computer. At least I don't think it does anyway. Sorry, can you give me a little time? I can't come up with anything that quickly.
了解。何か思い出したらでいいから。
Yeah, Roger. Just tell me if you remember something. Yeah, so it's a good point you raised there, Chaotix. It more than likely would have been something that's either left in the hotel room or part of the project she was working on in Japan during her exchange. Because as you mentioned, she wouldn't have got the Metal Upa until what happened in the very first chapter of this game. So it doesn't make sense, I agree with you.
それに強制じゃないし、思い出したけど教えたくないならそれでいい。
And I'm not forcing you. If you remember and don't want to tell me, that's fine. Yeah. I sighed and gulped down my cold coffee.
オカリン、今日ラボでクリスマスパーティーやるって言っておいたよね。ちゃんと覚えてる？
Apologies, people. I need to take another very quick disappearance from my computer because I made a mistake and didn't bring up my water. Back in a second. And I'm back. I was boasting earlier on before I started. I'm there. Oh, I'm 20 odd minutes ahead. I'm prepared. Awesome. No, I wasn't. That's better. Right.
Oh, Karine, I told you we're having a Christmas party at the lab today. Did you remember?
Oh, wow, that's a really cute outfit, isn't it? You can tell that that's been made. It's the first time I've actually seen her in any kind of cosplay as well. We've not seen that before. She normally only makes them, doesn't normally wear them. Mayuri's voice sounded really excited.
ああ、もちろん。
Yeah, of course. Of course she did. Mayuri had spent a lot of time preparing for this day. She was probably really looking forward to it.
どうかな？来られそう？
Well, do you think you can come?
行くよ。6時からだろ
I'll be there. It's at 6 o'clock, right?
Yep.
今大学？
Are you at the university right now?
いや、和光市。知り合いの教授の研究室みたいなところにお邪魔してね。
Nah, Wacko City. But what's basically a lab. It belongs to a professor I know.
和光市。
Wow, Wacko City?
She had no idea where Wacko City was, did she?
間に合う？
Will you make it?
大丈夫だ。
It'll be fine.
よかった。待ってるね。
Great, I'll be waiting.
Her voice got fainter on the phone for a second, and I heard the other girls.
オカリンさん、女子全員でサンタコスして待ってます。
Ah, Corinne, all the girls today are wearing Santa outfits and waiting for you.
待ってるにゃ。
We're waiting, Nia.
待ってます。
Waiting.
ほら、ルカ君も。
Come on, you too, Luca.
僕は女子じゃ。
What? I'm not a girl.
ルカ君もコスプレしてるんですよ。
Luca-kun's cosplaying too.
すみません。脱ぎます。今すぐ脱ぎます。
I'm sorry. I'll take it off. I'll take it off right now.
あら、もったいない。すごく似合ってるのに。
Oh, what a waste. It looks so good on you.
盛り上がってるな。
You guys are having a lot of fun, huh?
今、絶賛準備中なのです。
We're getting ready right now.
マユシーなんか、超ミニスカのサンタさんで、めちゃくちゃキュートなんですよ。
Mayushi's in a super short Santa miniskirt and she looks really cute.
ちなみに、パンツの色はピンクでしたぜ。
Yeah, I'm not reading that one out. Sorry, people.
ふぶきちゃん何言ってるの？
Ah! What are you talking about, Fubuki?
Yeah, I had a feeling it was Fubuki who'd say that. I just fucking knew it. Fubuki is kind of creepy. She has yandere written all over her, Fubuki. I don't trust her. It's a shame because she's a fusion of two of my favourite anime characters, but unfortunately, I don't trust her. Oh.
ごめんね、変な話して。とにかく待ってるからね。
I'm sorry, she's being weird. Anyway, we're waiting, okay?
ああ、
Yeah.
それじゃあ、また後でね。
Alright, see you later.
It sounded like the party had already begun at the lab. With all those girls there, I'm sure they were having a good time. Luca, you're the only guy. Hang in there. I don't think he needs much encouragement there. I think the girls were really happy to have him around. Chaotic, that's kind of an accurate way of putting it. Fubuki's like a female Daru. As I say, it's just the googly eyes and the smile that gives me the yandere about her. I chuckled and put away my phone.
ずいぶん賑やかだったわね。
It sounded like they were having a good time.
It was Maho who spoke to me. Actually, only Maho and I were in the room.
今日友達とクリスマスパーティーをやる予定なんだ。
I'm going to my friend's Christmas party today.
ああ、そういえばもうそんな時期なのね。
Oh, it is that time of year, come to think of it.
君はそういうのには無頓着そうだな。
You don't seem like the type to be interested in that stuff.
こっちに来てからは特にね。普段はいつもここにいるし、最近会う人といえば警察の人ばかりだし。
Not really. Since I came here, I spend all my time in this room, and the only people I see lately are the lab.
Yes, big hint there. In other words, Okabe, please take me with you. Please? And he won't notice. I tried to force a laugh at Maho's joke and looked around the room. It was dead silent. The exact opposite of the noisy lab I just heard on the other side of the phone, in fact. Nothing had changed since the first time I'd come, which meant that it was only Maho and Dr. Leskinen that were working here. And the professor had been meeting with different researchers all the time since he'd come to Japan, so he wasn't spending much time in the lab. Did that mean Maho was spending most of her time cooped up in here, alone? Well, that's normal for a scientist, I guess, but...
よかったらヒアジョさんも参加するか？
Oh, he has actually read the scene! He's actually read the room! I'll give him a round of applause for that. I wasn't expecting that. Do you want to come, too? After what happened, she probably needed a chance to blow some steam.
私？
Me?
気を使わなくていいわ。こうして一人で研究できる方が気が楽なの。人間関係に煩わされずに済むから。
Don't worry about me. I feel more relaxed when I'm doing my work alone. It means I don't have to deal with other people.
そんなものか。
Is that how it works? Makise had said similar things. Makise, huh?
それより本題に入りましょう。
Anyway, let's get to the point.
That's right. I hadn't come all the way to Maho's lab to make small talk.
クリスに謝りたいとさっき言ったわよね。
You said you wanted to apologize to Makise, right?
And it seems that he is learning how to slowly do adulting, Chaotic. You're not wrong. Now that he's parked Hoenn at the back of his mind, he's started to grow a bit. It's an interesting evolution of the character, must be said. Yeah.
そのために私のところに来たと。
And that's why you came to me.
そうだ。
Yes.
なぜ？
Why?
一人じゃ話しづらいんだ。
It's hard for me to talk to her on my own.
それで私に仲裁をしてほしいと。
So you want me to be a mediator?
そういうことになる。
I guess so, yeah. That's true actually, Evan. Yeah, it could have been a case of let's see if he'll invite me. There is a bit of that, but I'm still not sure. Trying to keep my gulping away from the microphone because it's not the nicest sound in the world.
変な人ね、あなた。
You're a weird guy.
She says while putting on that expression there. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but she can't exactly criticise him for that. Maho's reaction surprised me. Was I that weird?
最後に話した時に俺が動揺しすぎたのが悪いんだが、かなり強引に話を打ち切ってしまったんだ。
The last time we talked, well, part of it was because I was freaking out, but I kind of hung up on her.
クリスの性格を考えると確実に怒ってる。
Knowing Makise's personality, she's mad. I'm sure of it.
中途半端につながっている分、見えないプレッシャーで四六時中ビクビクしている身にもなってくれ。
And since I'm still kinda connected to her, I've got this invisible pressure bearing down on me every minute of the day. That's Aleskin had been trying to help me out, but I would have felt better if he'd just stripped me of access.
そんなにびくつかなくてもクリスからは連絡しないようになっているわ。そう言ったでしょ？
Does it really bother you that much? You know Makise was told not to contact you, right?
そうなんだが
Yeah, but...
喧嘩別れみたいなことにもなりたくないんだ。
I don't want our relationship to end with a fight. I never wanted to go through what I'd experienced in the Alpha World Line again. In that world line, I'd never been able to figure out what she was trying to tell me at the end.
まあいいわ。仲裁でも何でもするから要件を済ませてしまいなさいよ。
Well, whatever. If you want me to talk to her too, I will. So let's get this over with.
助かるよ。
Thank you.
せっかくのクリスマスイブなんだから少しは気の利いたことを言ってあげたらどう？
It's Christmas Eve, so why not say something nice?
ああ、そうだな。
Yeah, you're right. It's an interesting point you raise, Chaotic, because while he's much more of a downer in this game, the fact that he's not just relying on going, I'm Hoen Kiyoma, the mad scientist of the world, every time anything gets out of his control, is far more appealing that he's not going into that, but I know what you mean. But as I say, I miss chewing the scenery as Hoen Kiyoma, so it's a different experience for me. Not that I had any idea what nice would be.
どうしたの？早くアクセスして。
What's wrong? Hurry it up.
アプリのアイコンをタップするだけでいつでもつながるわ。
Just tap the icon on your phone and it'll connect you whenever.
まさかまた連絡してくるなんて。は？何よ？何なの？
Oh, completely flustered, isn't she? She doesn't know what's going on. What? I can't believe you actually contacted me again. Huh? What's going on? What? Oh, she totally wasn't expecting that.
いや、
Hey. Um.
どうも、岡部倫太郎さん。
Hello, Okabe Rinsero.
私に何か用でも？
Do you need something from me?
もう話したくないんじゃなかった？
I thought you didn't want to talk to me anymore.
いや、その
Oh, well... My eyes glanced towards Maho for help.
クリス、彼から話があるから少しだけ聞いてあげて。
Makise, he wants to talk to you. Can you hear him out?
別に聞かないとは言ってませんよ。岡部さんは私とはもう会話を交わしたくないはずではと事実確認をしただけです。
I didn't say I wasn't going to. I was just checking to see he still didn't want to talk to me. She was mad. I knew it.
ほら、早くしなさいよ。
Come on, hurry up!
あ
Yeah. I took a single deep breath and lifted up the phone.
悪かった。
I'm sorry. And wow, that's kind of cool. He's got like a Harley Quinn card design to the back of his phone, and he's still got the pen. So the laboratory nature of him has not completely abandoned him. But what's with this art design for Maho? Could they make her look any more like a sulking teenager if they tried? That's a total case of I'm a bothered. I'm a really here. I'm a bothered. I bowed my head.
俺なんかに付き合ってくれていたのに、お前のその親切を裏切るような形になってしまった。
You were kind enough to talk to someone like me, and I betrayed your kindness.
それにこの前、最後に話した時、急に会話を打ち切ってしまったのも失礼だったと思ってる。
And I know it was rude of me to just suddenly hang up the last time we talked.
昔あった個人的なことを思い出して、 混乱してしまったんだ。でもそれはお前には関係ないことだよな。
I was remembering some personal stuff that had happened and I was a mess. But that's got nothing to do with you.
テスターを辞めさせてもらう前にせめて一言だけ謝りたかった。
I at least wanted to apologize before I quit my job as tester.
以上だ。
That's all. It's an interesting point, Celtic. Yeah, it's like the persona that prevents other people from panicking. That's why I get the feel we're not seeing the last of Horan Kiyama. Horan Kiyama will return. Makise was chuckling the same way Maho had just done.
それ本気で言ってるの？
Are you serious?
なんだよ、こっちが真面目に謝っているのに笑うなんて。
What? How can you laugh when I'm giving you a real apology?
だって私は人工知能よ。なのにそんな神妙な顔して本気で謝ってくれるなんて。
Because, well, I'm an AI, right? But still, you've got this somber look on your face, and you're apologizing so seriously.
この前私と話すのが照れくさいとも言っていたわね。
And the last time we spoke, you said talking to me was embarrassing, right?
変わった人。
You're weird. Was it weird to apologize to an AI and mean it? It probably was.
いいわ。正直ちょっと失望していたところだったんだけど、考えを改める。
Fine. To be honest, I was a little disappointed in you. But this makes me change my mind.
こっちから出す交換条件を飲んでくれたら水に流す。
If you'll agree to my one condition, I'll forget all about it. Here we go, she's got some kind of caveat, and I'm interested as to what it's going to be, to say the least. And yeah, as you say, the confidence to stop worrying when everything's starting to fall apart, and the uber confidence, as you put it, Avian. Yeah, definitely. That's why, as I say, he will return. Absolutely.
交換条件だって。
Condition? What was she going to make me do? I had a bad feeling about this.
わかった。その条件とやら聞こう。
Okay, let's hear it.
今日これから真帆先輩をディナーに誘いなさい。
I want you to take Maho out to dinner today.
は？
Huh? Huh? Maho's eyes and mine went wide.
ちょっとクリス、何を言い出すかと思えば。
Wait, Makise, what are you talking about?
今日は何の日かご存知ないんですか、先輩。
Don't you know what day it is today?
クリスマスイブ。
Christmas Eve.
そういうことです。
Exactly.
どういうことよ。
Exactly what? Exactly!
さあ岡部さん、条件を飲むの？飲まないの？
So what'll it be, Okabe? Yes or no? Pardon me while I say it again, because I got the feeling this could be quite awkward. And as you say, always the shipper chaotic, you're not wrong. Why did she look so excited?
わかったよ。
Oh, I didn't even get a choice in the matter. I was expecting to have to choose then. Fine.
ヒアジョさん、さっき話したパーティー、正式に君を招待する。ぜひ来てほしい。
Hyajo, I'm officially inviting you to that party I was just telling you about. Please come.
パーティー？
Party?
友達と集まってクリスマスパーティーをやるんだよ。
Now Makise's going to be like, no, you're going to take her out to dinner, you and her, and it's going to be expensive, and you will pay the entire bill. At least that's what I'm expecting to happen. I'm getting together with some friends for a Christmas party.
そうじゃないでしょうが。
That's not what I meant.
あ、いや、でもいきなり二人きりだとハードル高いし、逆にいいか。
But maybe dinner for two is too much to ask right off the bat. Maybe this is better. Oh, well, I guess I was wrong, again.
クリス、それ以上からかうと怒るわよ。
Makise, if you keep teasing me, I'm going to get mad.
私はパーティーなんて行かないわ。
I'm not going to any party.
だったら私も岡部さんを許しませんが。
Then I'm not going to forgive Okabe. Was Makise always this manipulative? I admit I was far too engrossed on Best Girl to notice, so maybe she was. I don't remember her being this manipulative.
ヒヤジョさん頼む
Hyajo, please.
どうしてこんな話になっているのよ。
Why are we talking about this?
先輩のために気を利かせてあげてるんじゃないですか。
I'm trying to help you out here.
あなたね。
Listen.
そもそも今日はこの後教授が帰ってくるのを待って研究の報告をしないといけないし。
Anyway, I need to wait for the professor to get here and give him my report.
And as you say, Avian, you're not wrong. Makise is like, no, you're going to the party.
いやー、リタロ、マホ、何の話かな？
Hey, Lutalo, Maho, what are you talking about? That's Aleskinen walked in at the perfect moment. Maho looked relieved and went to open the file on her desk.
おかえりなさい教授。これが今日集計したデータなんですが。
Welcome back, Professor. Here's the data for today.
マホ、ストップ。二人ともこれから出かけないかい？せっかくのクリスマスイブだ。仕事はもう終わりにして食事でも行こう。
Maho, hold it. You guys want to go somewhere? It's Christmas Eve. Let's put our work away and go get some food.
それとも制約があるのかな？
Or did you already have something planned? You said it's something about Leskinen you don't trust, Avian. You see, I think the game sets you up to not trust him, but I'm getting vibes similar to another game I played where it's a red herring. Don't get me wrong, he looks suspicious enough, but I don't know, there's not enough flags around him. The game's very focused on its tropes usually. There's something there that just doesn't quite fit the mould. Doesn't quite be in the keyword, it's still very early.
教授、ナイス。
Nice job, Professor.
Huh?
教授俺の友達がクリスマスパーティーを開くんですがよかったらご一緒に
Professor, my friends are having a Christmas party. If you'd like to come, you're more than...
素晴らしい。ぜひ参加させてもらおう。
Wonderful! I'd love to! Well, Okabe's really making this a bleeding crowd, isn't he? Now he's bringing the professor along. Who next? Call Kiryu America, bring her into the fold as well. Why not? Get everybody together. I didn't even get to finish my sentence.
もちろん、マホも行くんだろ？
Of course, Maho will be coming too, yes? Yeah, you think he's outside the tropes, Evan, and that makes him suspicious by default. I understand where you're coming from, definitely. I just think it'd be too obvious. But then again, I've called obvious bad guys before and they were obvious, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. That was the moment when Maho's last hope of escape was cut off.
決まりですね。
Then it's settled. Christ!
And did you notice how she was about to call Makise Christina there? Yeah, that's an obvious clue for you people. And I agree, Avian. Yeah, not Morika. We don't want her. Nope. No. Makise smiled mischievously from within the screen. She was quite the plodder. The real Makise used to do silly things like this too.
ねえ、岡部。
Hey, Okabe. When she called my name, I gasped.
私なんかに本気で謝ってくれて、サンクス。
Thanks for apologizing to someone like me.
嬉しかった。
It made me very happy.
いや
Oh, no.
気が向いたらまたいつでも話しかけてきて。暇つぶしぐらいには付き合うから。
If you want, we can talk anytime. If you're bored or something.
気が向いたらな。
If I feel like it, maybe.
それじゃあまた。
Yeah. Bye.
真帆先輩をよろしく。
Take care of Maho.
クーリス。
クリス
満足したかしら。
Are you satisfied?
Yeah. I felt more relieved than I thought I would. I realized that I really did love Makise Kurisu.
でも人工知能に謝るのはそんなに変か？
But is it really that weird to apologize to an AI?
俺の友達この前メイクインで紹介したあいつなんかいつも二次元の女の子に土下座してるぞ。
My friend, you know, the guy you met at May Queen Nyanyan, is always on his knees begging to girls on a computer screen. Well, that's because he's into 2D and it has an effect on him. And yeah, I hear you. It sounds like you trying to escape the office parties. This year, our office parties have all been cancelled. So we're having a nice quiet meal instead. I'm actually looking forward to that. It'd be nice to have a chill out day rather than having a fake party I don't really want to be at. They're a pie for awkward, aren't they?
そういう精神性は私にはちょっと。
I don't really understand why someone would do that.
We've had @channeler Chris. We now have Harem Queen Maho. That's what I'm thinking here. Makise was the @channeler. She's the girl/guy dating gamer. Uh-oh, that freaks her out. Bad example.
とにかくヒアジョーさんのおかげで助かった。
Anyway, you really helped me out, Hiacho.
クリスの交換条件なんか律儀に守る必要はないわよ。
You don't really need to do what Makise told you to.
まあでも教授も行く気満々みたいだし。
Well, but the professor seems really excited about going. So your parties are all virtual this year. I'm not surprised, because everything's started to go on the ascendancy, unfortunately, again, hasn't it? It seems that, unfortunately, we're not in a position to return to normal yet. The tide is still very much against us. The professor flashed his white teeth at
それ
me.
に
And
クリスと約束したからさ。
And I promised Makise.
あなた本当に変わっているわ。
You really are weird.
But even as she said it, she was smiling. I guess she decided to go to the party. Best of the best celebration, and yay! Best girl's back! Oh!
ダメなんだよ、鈴葉お姉ちゃん。そんなことしちゃいけないんだ。
Okay, I did not expect the scene to open with that!
No, big sister, you can't do that.
世界を変えちゃいけないんだ。お姉ちゃんはおかしいこと言ってる。
You can't change the world. You're not making sense.
この世界を消すなんてダメだよ。絶対にやらせないから。
You can't erase this world. I won't let you.
So that's why Kagari got lost, eh? It seems they're enemies now. Okay. There were bullet marks on the inside of the time machine. Suzuha traced them with her fingers and remembered what had happened here. That was the last time she had talked to Kagari. She'd never been able to find her after that.
鈴葉どうしたん？ぼーっとして。もしかしてまだ体調悪い？
Suzuha, what's wrong? You're spacing out. Do you not feel well? Eh? Suzuha looked back and saw her father, Itaru. He seemed worried. And yet, that's all you can say for that in Chaos. Jeez, that's all that can be said. So if Kagari decided she was going to go against the world line, she'd know that Suzuha is attempting... So wouldn't, if anything, wouldn't Kagari be looking for Suzuha? Is she the mystery shooter who took out the guy in the parking garage? That'd make sense. Because she knows how important Okabe is to the future. That could be interesting. That could be really interesting. And Avian, you say you managed to win at least for your thing, despite having a boring 2-hour meeting because you couldn't get the volume to work. Hey, prizes are prizes. Prizes are good. But Fred's texting you to tell you that's brilliant. You've just won. Whatever. What do you mean I've won? What are you on about? He was holding a bolt in his hand and offering it to her.
ごめん。大丈夫。
Oh, sorry. I'm fine. She nodded and took the bolt. They were on top of the radio building, where a cold wind was blowing. Well, Chaotic, you say that Okabe can't die. He can't die until a certain age, but think about it, she wasn't trying to kill him. If you think back to the scene in the parking garage after they'd had the crash, and they come out, the guy crawled out of the car, shot the professor, and then was shot himself. I'm thinking that she's the shooter that took him out. And maybe that's why she was there. Because she doesn't want the world line erasing. That would mean stopping Okabe from being killed. A light was shining down on the rear of the time machine where the engine was. Her head was inside as she did maintenance work. Itaru was wandering around in the background. Avian, if the tropes are that obvious, then yes, you could well be correct. But I did say the Christmas party was going to be a big worldline event. I called it, and I think that's what's going to happen. With all the people there, it's the perfect opportunity. And also, quick question, why is Daru at the time machine? Suzuha told him he couldn't go anywhere near it to take any kind of inspiration. So why has she got him with her? Something here doesn't make sense. Normally she would never let him near the time machine. But today he'd absolutely insisted on coming. Oh, well, okay, I guess that's that then. Because he insisted, oh, well, I can't disobey you, Daddy, let's get going. Well, at least answer my question in short form, people. What kind of dad wouldn't be worried about his daughter when she just got really sick? Suzuha had spent the last several days unable to stand up because she hadn't taken care of herself. There was nothing she could say back to him.
なあ、時空間の転移とか重力制御とかヤバそうな装置は絶対にいじらないからさ。僕にも手伝わせてくんない？
Listen, I won't touch the space-time shifter or gravity control or anything dangerous. So will you let me help?
ダメ。
No.
機械のメンテなら多分鈴葉より僕の方が詳しいのだぜ。
I'm probably better than you are at mechanical stuff.
それはわかってる。けどダメ。
I know that, but no. Ugh. Itaru slumped forward, dejected, but Suzuha had no intention of discussing it.
なあ鈴葉、今日はもう暗いしさ、寒いしさ、続きは明日にするべきだって。そろそろ帰ろう。
Well, chaotic, as you say, the thing is, like, it's unlikely to cause paradox from what you can see because of other things. Like, she goes back in time and leaves the IBM 5100 for them to find to build the time machine. But if that's the case, how was she able to build the time machine in the future in the first place? This is the problem with time travel games and the different lines that they go by. So each world line changes with every action that's done. If he tampers with the time machine now, the effect could well be that it starts this war, but instead of the Russians and the Americans being the ones that get it first, it's Japan. And that's the thing she's probably more afraid of. If he gets a genuine time machine in this time that works on its own merit, she can't. They might well attract the war, but starting in Japan. Listen, Suzuha, it's dark and it's late. We should do the rest tomorrow. Let's go home.
父さん一人で帰ればいい。私はまだやることがあるから。
You can go home by yourself, Dad. I still got work to do.
今日もかがりたんを探すん？オカリンにも協力してもらえることになったんだからさ。鈴葉一人でそこまで無理しなくてもいいんじゃね？
Are you going out to look for Kagari-tan again? Okarin says he'll help, so you don't need to do it all by yourself, do you?
風邪治ったばっかりなんだし、しばらくはかがりたん探しはやめにすべき。
You just got over your cold. You should put off the search for a little while. I say chaotic, thank you. You say they're interesting ideas. They could also be way off base, I really don't know, we'll have to see. But definitely, I get the feeling that that's one of the big things. She's so used to the calm world, she could attract an airstrike at any moment by interfering it. Well, Avian, that makes sense once that World War III is the convergence, but what started World War III? The time machine. That's what started it. It was the time machine technology that caused World War III in this timeline. So doing everything possible to not accelerate the development of that time machine will not accelerate the war. That's my theory. That made her a little mad.
それ、私に無断でオカリンおじさんに話してほしくはなかった。
I didn't want you telling Uncle Okarin without asking me first. Suzuhara told Itara that she was spending every day looking for Kagari, but it was only later that she'd found out he'd told Rintaro. It wasn't a problem, but her relationship with him was already a bit strained, and this only made it harder for her to ask him to get back in the time machine.
つか、さっきからずいぶん苦戦してね。
Anyway, you look like you've been having a bad
締
time.
めにくい角度にボルトがあるんだ。
There's a bolt here that's hard to turn.
どれ？僕が変わるよ。それくらいならいいっしょ。
Which? I'll do it for you. You can at least let me do that much, right?
うん。
Yeah. Suzuha pulled her head out of the engine unit.
顔中油だらけじゃん。せっかくの美人が台無しだ。
You're covered in oil! Your pretty face is ruined!
そういうことは母さんに言ってあげなよ。
Say that stuff to Mom.
それはハードル高すぎ。
That's asking too much. Well, yeah, Avian, that's the point exactly, isn't it? The question is, does the time machine cause convergence in all lines? And if that's the case, they'd need to create a world line where the time machine technology never happens. So basically, people, this is Terminator 2. It's the anime visual novel version of Terminator 2. TLDR. Itari stuck his face inside the machine and began to look around.
ああ、この構造だと多分こっちのパイプを後からはめたんだな。
Oh, from the way this is laid out, that pipe was probably added on later.
先にパイプを外すといいよ。パイプの中に冷却用の液体かなんかが通ってるはずだから、まずこっちのバルブを使って中を空にするわけ。
Take the pipe off. There's probably coolant or something going through it, so use this valve to empty it first.
このマシンってメンテナンスのことをあんまり考慮に入れてないと思う。
I don't think this machine was designed with maintenance in mind.
まったくだお。すげえめんどくせえ。
You've got that right, Wapita. What's a Wapita when it's at home? Well, I might as well do a quick save while I can. And then go into the tips. What's Wapiter? Acronym for what a pain in the arse. I actually like that, yeah. I'm actually stealing that. I'm going to use that. That's a cracking acronym. What a pain in the arse. Wapiter. I love that. And yeah, Otsu, short for Otsukure-sama, which means good work or way to go. Net slang. Yes, because Otsukure-sama is Japanese, basically for good work. And the Super Hacker is the title that was given to Daru by Okabe. An extraordinarily talented hacker, or someone who claims to be one, also uses a threat when an argument on an anonymous message board gets out of hand. For example, my buddy is a super hacker, and he'll hack you and find out your real name. From here, the tune grew to refer to extremely talented hackers who clearly do not exist. But that's the point, Chaotic. No one used this, so I'm going to steal it for that reason. If I'm raging, I can go Wapiter. And everyone's like, wait, what? And even if it's been made up, I don't care. It's brilliant. I'm nicking that. It's a cracking acronym, that. Wapiter. I like that one. Avian, you joining me in my crusade to make it a thing. Make Wapiter happen, people. That's my new manifesto. We're going to make Wapiter happen.
作ったの誰だと思ってるわけ?
Who do you think made this?
僕
Me. Itaru sighed and started to concentrate on his work. He did his job silently, twisting his massive body to the left and right. Watching him, Suzuha remembered her childhood. When she was younger, she loved watching her dad make the time machine.
父さん
Well, exactly, Avian. That's it. You say Wapiter to someone and they just reply with WTF. In fact, that could be a YouTube skit. Oh, Wapiter, WTF, barbecue, ruffle mow. And it just goes on and on and on, and literally you get loads of people in the background going, what are they doing? Who are these clowns? Dad? Yeah?
私最近なんだか自分でも自分が理解できなくなってきてさ
Lately, I'm starting not to understand myself anymore.
そのこんなこと考えるなんておかしいんだけど
This may be a weird thing to think, but
この世界をなくしてしまって本当にいいのかなって
is it really okay to erase this world? Her mind flashed back to young Kaguri's screams.
You can't erase this world, huh?
She'd never forgotten the look in Kaguri's eyes, and she'd never been able to shake the feeling that they were watching her somehow. Yes.
私のミッションが成功するとさマキセ・クリスは死なずにシュタインズゲートへの門が開くんだ
The pieces fit. Think about it. When Suzuha was in Radican and when she was on the roof and Faris gave her the cakes, there was the person on the motorcycle who chased down the stairs and mocked them as they were running away. Then there's the gunshot to stop the guy from killing Okabe. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense that Kaguri, the only thing that interferes with that theory is that Suzuha talked about being recruited because of the conscription that was forced and trained since she was in middle school. Kaguri wasn't old enough. And in 1998, who would have trained her? Now, there is one possibility. If Mr. Braun is a rounder, he could have taken her under his wing. So it does still fit. The pieces fit that she could well be the mystery attacker we've been looking for. And that's why we've not been able to find her. Because she doesn't want to be found.
If my mission succeeds, Makise Kurisu will die, and the door to Steins Gate will open.
Yeah.
そしたら今のこの世界父さんも母さんもまゆ姉さんもルミ姉さんもオカリンおじさんも みんななかったことになってしまう。
And that means that this world, you, Mom, Big Sis Maya and Big Sis Rumi, and Uncle Okarin, none of this will have ever happened. Exactly, Celtic. It's as if Sun is a thing in this timeline, or if it's another group entirely. But it does make sense. The pieces do fit. Yeah.
今の私が今の父さんに会ったこともなくなってしまう。
The me that's here right now will have never met you.
これって告白シーン？セーブしとくべきとこ？
1. Don't ever ask your daughter to do that. 2. Stop breaking the fourth wall! Leave the fourth wall alone! Suzuha said nothing and poked her dad's calf with her toes. No, you should have gone full in and given him a hoof right between the fucking legs. Poking his calf. Sod that, take out his fucking nads.
真面目な話をしてるんだ。今度ふざけたら蹴るよ。
I'm being serious. One more joke and I'll kick you.
迷ってるのか？
You're not sure what to do.
まあ、そのなんだ。別にいいんじゃね？
Well, you know, is it really that big a deal?
え？
Huh?
今が消えてもいいんじゃね？
Who cares if this present disappears?
だってこの先人が大勢死ぬんだろ？そんなの嫌じゃん。
I mean, a lot of people are going to die after this, right? I don't want that to happen. It could be a way to prevent her falling into a panic, chaotic, maybe. But I still severely disapprove. Big time disapprove.
父さん。
Dad.
鈴葉はいろいろと考えすぎだ。戦争なんて嫌だ。だから世界を変えるんだ。そのくらい単純でいいと違うん？
You're overthinking things. You don't want a war, so you're going to change the world. Isn't it better when it's simple like that?
つかさ、僕戦争なんて行きたくないし、鈴葉と違ってこんな人間だから、戦場なんかに連れて行かれたら3日も持たないね。
And anyway, I don't want to go to war. I'm not like you. I'm me. I wouldn't last 3 days on the battlefield.
だらしないな。幻滅だよ。
You're such a wimp. I'm disappointed. Suzuha sighed, turned around, and started to walk away.
あれ、どこ行くん？
Huh? Where are you going?
顔洗ってくる。油でベタベタだ。
I'm going to wash my face. It's covered in oil.
そのボルト閉めたらカバーも閉じておいてくれる？父さんの言う通り、今日はかがりを探すのはやめておくよ。
Once you tighten that bolt, close up the cover. I'm going to take your suggestion and not look for Kagami today.
お、それがいいよ。一緒に帰ろう。
Okay, that's great. Let's go home together. Yeah. They do say at one point, actually, Chaotic. I think it was in the previous stream, actually. That they said he was thinner and cooler, but yet the image they showed when Suzuha took Kagari back in the time machine, he didn't look much different. So unless that's a continuity error, it sounds like something has happened to make him relapse eventually. But there was a period where he was going in that direction. Suzuha looked up at the moon, shining in the cloudy winter sky. She let out a puff of white breath. The white breath danced in the air for a moment, and then disappeared into the cold.
父さん。
Dad? Huh?
幻滅とか嘘だから。
I was lying when I said I was disappointed.
父さんは銃を持って戦争をする人じゃない。未来でもそうだった。いつも 逃げ回るのが仕事。
You're not the kind of person who takes a gun in a battle. That's not who you were in the future. It was always your job to run away.
未来の僕、ダメ人間すぎる。
What? Future me sounds like a loser.
けどそれでいいんだ。父さんには別の戦いがあるし、そのために私たちがついてるんだから。
But that's fine. In the future, you've got another battle to fight. And that's why we're all with you.
鈴葉。
Suzuha.
だから父さんこそ変に頑張ろうとしないで。
So don't get any weird ideas, okay?
日本は安全だなんて思い込みは捨てること。この前オカリンおじさんだって襲われたんだ。いつ父さんが標的になってもおかしくない。
Give up the idea that Japan is safe. Uncle Okarin was just attacked. You could be attacked at any moment too. Foreshadowing, people.
戦争前夜なんだよ今はね。
The war is coming, and very soon. For about 2 weeks now, someone had been watching Suzuha and the time machine. It was clear that some great power was on the move.
オキドキ。
Okie dokie. Suzuha nodded, satisfied at Itaru's answer, and went to the bathroom to wash her face, leaving him unsupervised to make all the design looks he wants to do to the time machine and potentially cause the paradox you're trying to avert. Not saying he will, but that's possibly what could happen. Are we shifting characters? Yep, we're back to Okabe. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm liking the design of the lab here with the Christmas design. So obviously we've got the nice little Christmas tree, all these streams on the walls, all these decorations. I think Mayashi's been busy crafting. Even the Oopa's got a Santa hat on, which is nice and cute. The lab was filled with Santas, just like I'd heard on the phone. And all of them were wearing miniskirts.
Oh, it's Okarin!
来たにゃ来たにゃ。
He's here, nya!
These Santa ears on Mayashi's costume are ridiculous. They must be at least 8 inches from tip to lip. And meanwhile, what's with this corset number that Yuki's got on? Very different.
準備はバッチリですよ。
Everything's ready.
どうもメリクリです。
Hey there! Merry Christmas!
See what I mean? That is yandere. That face right there is the please be sweet to me, senpai. Shindekuriru, senpai? Yeah, don't trust that face. Although oddly enough, I don't trust this one either.
オカリンさん、こんばんは。
Good evening, Okarin.
Oh.
Hi. The sight of so many girls in a small room like this, all wearing Santa miniskirts, threatened to overwhelm me. And to be fair, I could kind of understand that one, to be fair. It's a bit of a blow to the senses. A lot of red, a lot of white. Kind of like my Amy cosplay. Oh wow! What the... Are they going for the, like, Charles Dickens Christmas Carol Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come here with Luca? What on fucking earth is this? Answers in the comments, people. I'm completely clueless. I was having trouble deciding where to look when Lukaku was standing in front of me.
オカベさん。
Okabe.
ルカコ。
Lukaku. What are you wearing, man? I didn't expect a Santa... And wasn't he exposing an awful lot of... Oh no. Are we going to get the legendary But he's a dude. Line in a moment. Yeah, I'm not saying that line. I'll let it burn into your eyeballs, people. I was right. I called it. But he's a guy.
Okabe-san. 僕
Okabe, I...
ルカ子なんていうかお疲れ
Rukako, I'm glad you survived. It must have been hard being the only guy. Dressed like this, I think it's hard being anybody, let's be honest. I gave him a pat on the shoulder and he smiled, relieved.
私もサンタ服着たかったな。
I wanted to wear a Santa outfit too.
I had a feeling Naya would turn up.
じゃあ来年はなえちゃんの分も作ってあげるね。
Okay, next year I'll make one for you too.
本当？
Really?
うん。
Yep.
ありがとう、まゆりお姉ちゃん。
Thanks, big sis Mayuri.
えへへ。さあ、オカリン、入って入って。
Okay, Okarin, come in, come in.
ダルと鈴葉は
Where are Daru and Suzuha?
まだ連絡ないんだ。
No word yet.
The biggest goal today was to get Suzuha to participate. It was no exaggeration to say that that's why Mayuri had held this party.
ちなみに、オカリンのお客様は？
By the way, who are your guests?
I told them earlier that I was bringing Dr. Leskinen and Maho. Yeah, you say that Nae still freaks you out every time you see her. I still remember that scene in the original. Oh, yes. That bonus scene that I unlocked on my final playthrough. The one where we saw just how much evil hid behind that cutesy little face. I brought the two of them inside.
紹介するレスキネン教授だ
I'll introduce you. This is Dr. Leskinen.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Wow!
おお、
Oh!
あら。
Oh my!
大きい。
He's big!
ありがとう、キュートなお嬢さん。
Thank you, cute little lady. Right, Dr. Leskinen. Downstairs, there's a guy who looks huge TVs around like they're nothing. He's built like 3 times as wide as you, and he's her dad. Don't call her cute little lady. You've no idea the hornet's nest that you're kicking. Leave it alone.
でも、お父さんの方が大きい。
I tried warning him.
But Daddy's bigger!
それともう一人ヒアジョ真帆さんだ
And this is Hiyacho Maho.
どうも、はじめまして。
Hi, nice to meet you.
Wow.
おお、
Oh!
あら。
Oh my!
Now she'll say she's tiny.
マホニャン、また会ったにゃ。
Mahonyan! We meet again!
あら、ニャンニャンの人。
Oh, it's the Nyan Nyan girl.
小学生？中学生？
She might be more forgiving here considering Nae, but we'll see.
Are you in elementary school? Middle school?
これでも成人しているのよ。
I'm actually a grown-up.
ごめんなさい。
Sorry.
Maho's smile swirls on her face.
なゆりちゃん、どう思う？
Mayuri,
What do you think?
二人とも逸材だよ。マユシーは妄想がはかどります。
They're both perfect. Mayushi's thinking up all kinds of ideas.
Do I want to know? do I want the door to her brain opening at this point? I'm not sure I do.
なえちゃんの分も含めて小さめのサイズを用意しておけばよかった。マユシー、一生の不覚だよ。
I should have gotten some smaller sizes ready. Naya could have worn one too. It's the biggest mistake in Mayushi's life.
そのリトルサンタコンビは見たかったな。
I would have wanted to see the two of them as little Santas.
だよね。
Yeah.
Mayuri had her in her sights then. There was no escape from Maho now. Mayuri was so stubborn, she'd even managed to convince the legendarily shy Lukaku.
教授先生の方は
What about the professor?
あの身長に合うコスは作ったことないよ。
I've never made an outfit for someone that tall.
存在だけですでに勝ちだけどね。
Just having him there would be a guarantee of win, though.
もふもふトナカイさんの着ぐるみを着てもらいたいかも。赤鼻もつけて。
Technically the MVP of Santa's sleigh, so I suppose it's kind of a flattering costume.
Maybe a fluffy reindeer outfit with a red nose.
And yes, once again, I did not choose this game because of the month that we were playing the game in. I had no idea it was set at this time of year. That was a pure fluke.
それはどうかな。
Maybe not. Wait, were they seriously going to dress up the professor as a reindeer?
マユリ、誰も彼もコスプレ趣味を理解してくれるとは思わない方がいいぞ。
Hey, Mayuri, you shouldn't assume that everyone will understand your cosplay hobby.
そうだね。無理強いするのは良くないよね。
Oh, that's right. It's not good to force people.
Unless it's Lukaku, of course. Lukaku's fair game, it would seem.
でも最近はコンビニなんかでもクリスマスには店員さんがサンタさんの格好をしていますよ。
But lately, even the employees at the convenience stores dress up as Santa for Christmas.
コミマとクリスマスだと性質はだいぶ違いますよね。
Christmas and Kamima are two very different things, aren't they? Well, so you say, but basically you want to dress the two of them up in Santa outfits, don't you?
というわけで、真帆さん、サンタ服よかったらマユシーのを貸しましょうか。
Just go straight for the... Mayushi's got some cojones. Just goes right up and asks people. Hi, I've only known you for 2 minutes, but cosplay for me. Cosplay now.
So, Maho, do you want Mayushi to lend you a Santa outfit?
Mayuri was already going after her. Maho refused as forcefully as she could. But Dr. Leskinen was surprisingly interested. He'd been trying to put on a triangular paper party hat.
ダルくんから連絡来たよ。
Oh, I just got a message from Daru.
もうすぐ作って、すずさんと一緒。
He's almost here, and Scissor's with him.
Mayuri was looking at her smartphone. It looked like Daru had pulled it off. I guess he really was Suzuha's dad. This meant we'd succeeded in our biggest objective, which meant it was on to the next mission. We all decided that we were going to surprise Suzuha. Suzuha didn't know that we were all waiting for her. Oh no! No. This is a very, very bad idea. This is not going to end well. We each grabbed a noisemaker and got into position. Guys, she's from the future. You know this, Rintaro, so does Daru. You know that she has major problems with the war. This is not a good idea. Dr. Leskinen and Maho helped too. Maho seemed unsure, but Dr. Leskinen was more than willing to participate.
電気を消すにゃ
I turned off the lights, dear.
すずさん喜んでくれるかな
I wonder if Scissor will like it.
No, she won't. Exactly, Chaotic. You don't do it. It's why people say that people shouldn't be setting fireworks off on the bonfire night at random for the same reason.
すずはさんのびっくりした顔なんてなかなか見られないもんね
You never get to see Suzuha look surprised.
でも実はとっても甘いもの好きなのにゃ
But she actually really likes sweets, dear.
それにとても親切なんですよ
And she's really nice.
この前挨拶したら返してくれたよ
When I said hi a little while ago, she said hi back.
私ももっとすずはさんと仲良くできたらいいな
Yeah? I wish I could get along with her too.
なれるよきっと大丈夫相性はぴったりだよ
You will. It'll be fine. You two are perfect for each other.
And then we heard Daru's voice from outside the window, in the alley below the building.
よし中へ入るぞ
Okay, I'm going inside!
すずはと一緒に中へ入るぞ
I'm going inside with Suzuha! Daru might well have just been the one who saved everyone's bacon, making it obvious something's going to happen. He might well be the MVP of the scene here, people. His voice was loud and unnaturally expository. Once he got below the lab, he was supposed to give a signal. Everything was going as planned. We all went shh at each other, and in the darkness, I could hear 2 sets of footsteps coming up the stairs. Everyone held their breath and waited. The timing was critical. But would she be able to figure it out before we acted? The room was filled with different smells, like the girl's perfume and the aroma of the food they'd made. Didn't Suzuha always notice these things more quickly than an ordinary person would? I started to get worried. And then I heard the sound of the front door opening.
あれ今日は誰も来てないんだね
Eh? Nobody's here then today.
そういう日もあるよ
Well, Sundays are like that. Daru, you idiot. Your voice is shaking. I got even more nervous. Was it time yet? Where was the signal? I felt like my hands were going to slip and trigger the noisemaker too early. My palms were soaked with sweat. I could tell Suzuha was taking off her shoes.
Now, Nia!
Ferris gave the signal. The second the lights went on, we all activated our noisemakers. I could see Suzuha flinch for an instant. But I couldn't follow what happened after that. That's how fast she was. She dropped down, sprung off the floor, and leapt towards Yuki, who happened to be standing in front of her. She might have broken Yuki's jaw with the base of her palm before I could shout at her to stop.
Yeah!
Fortunately, Yuki had been surprised by Suzuha's sudden charge, and had slipped when she tried to step back. Because of this, Suzuha's palm barely missed Yuki's nose as it sliced through the air. Huh? Stop it, Suzuha! By the time I finally shouted, it was all over. Suzuha had grabbed Yuki before she fell down and was holding her up. Yuki, Suzuha, and all the rest of us were too stunned to speak. That was close. If the timing of events had been even slightly different, Yuki could have been badly hurt. An absolutely chaotic, serious dick move. Okabe had no excuse. Daru had no excuse. Mayushi had no excuse. Absolutely pathetic. those three, absolutely no excuses. You can understand Faris wanted to do it because it's the kind of cutesy thing that a maid would do. Lukaku would go along with it because it's his personality to agree with everybody else. And the others are all like going along with Mayashi. So those three are idiots.
Stop, Nia! Merry Christmas!
Everyone finally realised what had happened and began to panic. Yuki simply lay in Suzuha's arms, blinking her eyes.
何してるの
Wait, what are you doing? And is there any reason why we're amplifying it right in the middle of the shot? I'm not going to highlight it, but that expression. I don't know if that's because he's horrified at what happened or if it's because of something else. I'm leaving that to your interpretation. Suzuha seemed to snap back to reality. She was looking around at everyone.
だからメリークリスマスだよすずさん
I said Merry Christmas, Suzu!
And again, chaotic, yeah, I agree. You could probably excuse the others, but Daru and Okabe, they have no excuse. And also, Mayashi knows that she's from the future where there's war as well. Because she was there on the roof when Okabe refused to go back again. So she knows. So three of them had reason to say, no, this is a bad idea.
メリークリスマス
Merry Christmas?
そう
Yeah!
びっくりした
Wow! That scared me!
すごい動きだったわね
Those were amazing moves.
僕早すぎて見えませんでした
It was too fast for me to follow.
ユキさん大丈夫
Yuki, are you okay?
Suzuha was looking around the room. Did she still not understand what was going on? Did she not realise it was a party, since she'd never been to one before? And there's another reason why! It's ridiculous! I can't believe that, that's so ridiculous. Meanwhile, Queen jumping in the chat saying, hi, good evening to you. And, yeah, exactly, about to decapitate her mama, that'd be all. There's a paradox for you. Suzuha accidentally kills her own mother when she gets back in time because someone triggers the PTSD due to party poppers. If anyone's wrote the fanfic of that, they should be ashamed of themselves. And Avian, they may not fully understand it, but it's obvious it's a bad idea. Especially, as you say, Queen, Okabe is currently going through the same kind of thing. He would know. The walls and ceiling were covered in wreaths and ribbons. There was a folding table filled with food, cakes, snacks and drinks.
パーティー
A party?
ごめんなさいびっくりさせようって言い出したの私なんです
I'm sorry, it was my idea to make it a surprise.
Yuki backed away from Suzuha and started to bow apologetically.
すずはこれはなんつうかサプライズってやつを演出してみたわけでみんな決して悪気があったりとかじゃなくって
Suzuha, this is, we wanted to make it a surprise. We didn't mean to scare you.
すずは
Suzuha?
父さん兄さんも知ってたの
Brother, did you know about this?
うん
Yeah.
そっかだから今日はなんか変だったんだ
I see. That's why you're acting kind of weird today. Yeah. Chaotic, you raise a fair point. We know full well that Suzuha's immediately ready to attack, so it was a bad idea to surprise, even if you take out the trauma side of it. You're not wrong.
ごめんねすずさん企画したのはマユシーなんだよだからユキさんやダルくんを怒らないで怒るならマユシーにして
I'm sorry, Suzu. It was Mayoshi who planned it all. So don't get mad at Yuki or Daru. Get mad at Mayoshi.
やだな、まゆ姉さん。私、そんなにいつも怒ってる？
Oh, come on, big sis Mayu. Do I always get mad like that? Yes, you do. Yes, you do, and that's why you're best girl. Suzuha looks around the room again.
ふーん、すごいね。いつものラボとは思えないや。
Wow, it's hard to believe this is the same lab.
でしょ？みんなで飾り付けしたんだよ。
Right, we all decorated it together.
本当にすごい。綺麗だ。
Yeah, it's really amazing. It's pretty. And oh, that's a cute face. You don't see that face very often from Suzuha. Ferris Nyan will be like,
Huh? Nyan? You're not staying anymore, Suzu Nyan.
or something. But then she's backed away. She's not able to cope with it, is she? Suzuha laughed hard-heartedly and began to back away towards the door.
どこ行く
What? Where are you going?
の？どこって、まゆ姉さんたちパーティーするんでしょ？
Huh? Where? You guys are having a party, right?
邪魔しちゃ悪いからさ。もう、兄さんってば気が利かないよな。こんなところに私がいても仕方ないじゃないか。
I don't want to get in the way. Come on, brother. You know I don't belong in a place like this. Ah, Queen, I can understand this. Like, oh, hi, yeah, enjoy. She did definitely smile more in the previous Attractor Field Chaotic, but again, she's not quite the same Suzuha, is she? She didn't quite have the same upbringing. Because while there was a dystopia, there wasn't a war as such. So, there's an interesting one. What's better for you, a dystopia or a war? Both are very, very bad. You don't want either.
そんなことないにゃん。一緒にやろうにゃ。パーティー。
That's not true, Nyan. Let's all have a party together, Nyan.
でも、私こういうのしたことないし。
Huh? But I've never done this stuff before.
楽しくご飯食べたり、おしゃべりしたりするだけだよ。だから、ね。
You just have fun and eat food and talk.
Socializing.
So, come on, okay?
Miyuri grabs Suzuha's hand tightly to keep her from getting away. Is that really a wise idea? You just saw what she was about to do to Yuki. Is it really wise to try and grab her?
まゆ姉さん？
But Big Sis Mayu.
ほら、鈴葉の席もちゃんと用意できてるのだぜ。
Come on, we got a seat for you too, Suzuha.
けど、本当にどうしたらいいのか、私。
But I really don't know what to do.
Suzuha, I could totally relate. I really can. And the guy stood there against the wall with a drink, and everyone's coming over. Oh, so what do you do? I work. Awkward silence. They move on. Like, I'm that guy. I'm stood in one place in the corner, just reaching for the cokes or whatever else I can want to get my hands on.
いいから座れっつーの。
Just sit down, okay?
Suzu.
She even got that dejected. That I get. It's like, do I really have to go through with this? Can I put my headphones on? No. That's usually what happens with me, by the way. Miyuri half drags Suzuha over to the seat next to me and forced her to sit down.
はいはい、皆さん。これで全員揃ったにゃん。
Oh boy.
Okay, every kitty, the Kang's all here now, yeah?
はい、拍手拍手。
Round of applause, everyone.
Oh, golf clap. Everybody started to applaud at Fubuki's signal. I'm the only time I'm social really is ironically when I'm talking to the world like this. Maybe it's because I'm on my own and no one can actually come close to me, I don't know. Daru played some Christmas carols on the computer. The grim atmosphere that had begun to fill the room was banished. I felt a little relieved.
それじゃあまず乾杯をするにゃ。グラスに好きな飲み物を注いでにゃ。
Okay, let's start with a toast, Nia. Pour your favorite drink into your glass, Nia.
Everybody started to look at the various drinks on the table. You know, we've got absinthe, we've got vodka, we've got Mets, we've got schnapps, we've got red wine, we've got some sake, and we've also got some skull lager. Whoever brings the skull, take the good beer away from them, says the guy who doesn't drink.
ほら、鈴葉。
Here, Suzuha. Suzuha still like she was feeling as though she didn't belong, so I poured her some non-alcoholic champagne. Non-alcoholic champagne, so 7-Up, Sprite, Mountain Dew, because that's pretty much what non-alcoholic champagne is. It's known by the more fashionable name Rosewater, and Formula One use it for any of their races in the Middle East where they can't spray champagne because alcohol's not allowed. That's my random trivia of the stream for you people. You're welcome. Oh, yeah.
やっぱり私無理だよ。こういうの。
I really don't think I can do this. Suzuha, I'm there with you. I don't think I can do it either. You're not on your own this time, trust me.
なんで
Why?
だって遊ぶためにこの時代へ来たわけじゃない。
Because I didn't come to this era to play. The reason she came to this era, huh? I don't have the right to say anything about that. I was the only reason that she was stuck here, unable to fulfill her task. So, as you say, the stream attracts there's less of the people think I'm weird. Well, even if people do just sit there and go, what's this weird idiot doing? Let's sit down and see how much he fails. And you're all still here, so I must be doing something right. So chaotic, you like me, you're sober, you just like, take it easy or follow a friend. I do that a lot. Hang around with someone I know and let them, to use wrestling terminology, carry me. That's the way it works. That's a point, Queen. Yeah, Maho and Professor Leskin are the only ones that can drink alcohol. Yeah, Ferris is still. Yeah, you have to be 20 in Japan. You have to be 20 to drink alcohol over there. Not 18 or 19. But even so,
たまにはいいじゃないか。
is it so bad to do this once in a while?
でも
But
鈴葉は考えすぎだっつーの。
Suzuha, you think too much. Daru joined the
みんな
conversation.
とご飯食べるだけだって。どのみちお腹は空いてるっしょ。
All you're doing is having a meal with everyone. You're hungry either way, right? Where's this sage Daru been all week, all the times I play Steins game? Where has this side of him been? This side of him's cool. I'm fine with this side of him.
それは
Well, maybe Daru's statement caused her to realise it, because her stomach rumbled. Well, so the last time you had a drink was on vacation in 2019, Avian. Last time I had a drink was the 31st of December 2019. I didn't enjoy it, I poured it all away, I had a dry New Year, and I said, I'm going to have a wonderful next year where I'm free of alcohol and everything's going to be fine. And then March arrived. What a flip-flop that was! That's an interesting theory, Celtic. Yeah, that if they don't do anything here, the future Suzuha will still come back. But then there's the paradox of two Suzuhas, isn't there? Because you've got the adult Suzuha who grow old, and the Suzuha born 7 years from now. There's an interesting idea. Reminds me a bit too much of the film Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme, though. Same matter, can't occupy the same space. Oh, she started blushing. She's embarrassed. Look at her. Look at those tips right there. See?
みんながいろいろ作ってくれたんだから、ありがたくいただけばいいんだって。
They already made a lot of food for you, so just say thanks and eat it.
Everybody, you all got your drinks ready, Nia?
それでは今回のパーティーを企画したマユシ一言どうぞにゃ。
Alright, let's have a word from Mayashi, who put this party together, Nia.
And the fact that we're passing over to Mayashi at the point of a very major point in the party tells me something big is about to happen. I just had this feeling that this date here is the convergence point now. Mayuri stood up, flustered. As she stood, she bumped into Lukaku, who was standing next to her. The two of them almost spilled their drinks. That doesn't happen. You bump into each other, you both get absolutely covered. Simple as that. If they lost the fuel, surely Chaotic they'd get the fuel in the future, wouldn't they? I don't know, it's interesting. There's got to be a convergence point. There must be. Because if she doesn't achieve a goal here, something must happen that causes the lines to converge. And that's the point that the game's about to hinge on, I'm sure of it.
So sorry, Luka.
まゆりちゃん、落ち着いて。
Mayuri, calm down.
Absolutely right, Chaotic. It's far too happy, something bad's got to happen. It's the rule of these kind of games, isn't it? It is the rule.
Okay.
Mayuri started to take deep breaths.
今日はクリスマスイブなのです。
It's Christmas Eve today.
And I'm with you, Avian. I've had that theory for a while. I get the feeling that she, in many ways, is almost like Kenny from South Park. She's the one who always gets offed. That's what I'm thinking.
どこもリア充さんでいっぱいだけど、今年はマユシーたちもパーティーをしてリア充さんになろう。
There's normies out everywhere today, but this year, let's have a party and be normies ourselves.
That nearly made me throw up in my mouth. I'm sorry, people. No.
いや、それリア充の意味が違うと思うな、マユシー。
No, I don't think that's what normal means, Payashi.
Fubuki whispered, a little sad.
ふぶきちゃん、何人もの後輩ちゃんからクリスマスデートに誘われたのよね。それはもう熱烈に。
A bunch of people asked Fubuki out on Christmas dates. You should have seen them all.
全員女の子の後輩だけどね。
They were all younger girls, though. Oh, wow. Straight to the point. And Avian, you say that's the speech. It reminds me, I think it was the Muppets Christmas Carol, wasn't it? When Fozziwig goes, "Thank you all, and Merry Christmas." That's it. It's pathetic. It's rubbish. It's short. I love it.
とにかくみんなが楽しんでくれればマユシーは嬉しいな。
Anyway, if everybody has a good time, Mayashi will be happy.
終わりです。
That's all.
Mayuri gave a little bow and smiled to Suzuha. Suzuha answered with an expression that wasn't quite a smile.
それじゃあ乾杯するにゃ。マホニャン、温度よろしくにゃ。
Okay, everybody, cheers, Nia! Mahonyan, will you get the toast?
私？
What, me?
せっかく来てくれたんやから自己紹介も兼ねてよろしくにゃ。
You came all the way out here, so why not give a toast and introduce yourself?
Yeah, again, Christmas speeches are weird and awkward. I agree, Chaos. That's why I don't really like them. Says the guy who's pontificating into a microphone about games right now to you all. You'd think I'd be the kind of guy who'd be like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll talk bollocks to the party for a while. And you would be correct to assume that. Maho stood up with a slight frown and thought for a moment before she opened her mouth.
今日は皆さんの集まりに招待してくれてありがとう。
Thank you all for having me today.
私とレスキネン教授はアメリカ在住なので、こうして日本でクリスマスを迎えるのは初めてです。
That's Aleskin and I are from America, so we'd never spent Christmas in Japan before.
You're from Okinawa, remember? You might have resided in America for most of your life and come over, but you're from Okinawa. Yes. I think I deserve it. Oh!
こういう友人同士での賑やかなクリスマスもとてもいいものだと。
And I'm finding out that spending a cheerful Christmas with friends is also a great...
何か面白いこと言ってにゃ。
Well, she wasn't yawning for it, Avian, but she was on your wavelength.
Say something interesting, Nia.
はい。
Huh?
面白いことにゃ。
Something interesting, Nia.
What? Ferris, you're crazy.
あの。
Uh-oh, she was totally losing it. She was worse than Miyuri had been a moment ago. How was she worse than me, is she? I thought they were both fine. They both kept it short and sweet and didn't bore everybody. What's the problem? What do you mean they're worse than the best kind of speeches? I don't understand. I don't want to listen to someone prattle on for 45 minutes at a time. Like you're all having to do now. You're welcome. Oh, so you had to do the MC stuff because of the old leader of the social committee in your old job, Avian. As I say, live speeches, not much fun, I can assure you of that. It was hard to believe I'd seen her interpreting in front of that huge crowd at ATF. Yes, because she wasn't speaking, was she? She was interpreting. She wasn't having to create the lines as she speaks. Yes, you have to listen and speak afterwards, but ultimately, you're listening to someone else produce the content for you. It, in theory, is easier. In practice, it's much fucking harder. Was she bad at ad-libbing?
Meow!
Mahal's desperate attempt at something interesting was cute, but honestly a little embarrassing. It felt like watching a small, adorable animal. So she has become a kitty now, I guess? Maybe?
Ooh, Mahonyan! You got what it takes to be a cat-eared maid! Yep, this is the birth of Mahorin Nyan Nyan!
Ferris and Miyuri were the only ones who seemed really impressed. Yeah, he spent most of the time trembling for the first few speeches. I'm not surprised, Davian. I've done stage emceeing before, and you just have to adopt a false persona and just pretend the audience want you off stage as fast as possible. That's how I got through it.
What am I doing?
Hiajo-san, そろそろ乾杯を。
Piaggio, that toast.
そうね、そうするわ。それじゃあ。
Right, I'll do that. Okay then.
乾杯。
Cheers!
乾杯。
Cheers! Everybody happily clinked their glasses together. Yeah, Avian, I knew you'd like the Maho and the Anyan. I knew that was one that was gift wrapped for you. You were there thinking, oh, this is lame. I'm going to have to suck it up. Since I was the one who invited Maho to the party, I decided to cheer her up.
面白い乾杯の挨拶だったよ。
That was an interesting toast.
自己嫌悪だわ。
I hate myself.
何を言うんだい。クールなキャットだったじゃないか。
What are you talking about? You were a cool cat.
マホニャン、いつからメイクインで働いてくれるにゃ？
Mahonyan, when are you starting at May Queen?
そんなつもりはないから。
I'm not, okay? Faris and Dr. Leskinen were both enjoying trying to make her feel better.
乾杯だよ。
Suzu, let's have a toast.
スズハさん、私も。
Me too, Suzuha.
うん。
Oh, yeah. Suzuha still had a somber look on her face, but Miyuri, Yuki, and Daru forced her into a toast.
はい、スズさん。これ、マユシーが作ったんだよ。
Here, Suzu, Mayushi made this.
Miyuri put a piece of quiche on a plate and gave it to Suzuha. When Suzuha took a bite, her expression began to shine.
おいしい。
It's good.
本
Really?
当？
Yeah.
もっと食べて。どんどん食べて。
Eat more. Eat a lot.
I agree, Avian, yet making them feel better should not be teasing. That's exactly what they did. They teased her as much as they could. And they enjoyed it. No doubt about it.
そんな一度に食べられないよ。
I can't eat it all at once.
あ、そう？
Oh, yeah?
Next, Miyuri offered the keys to Maho and the professor.
マホさんとレスキネンさんもどうぞ。
You were on my way, but I was a bit nervous at that as well, Avian. But luckily, we got past it. I had a feeling there was going to be a secret elf outfit or something for her.
Maho and Dr. Leskinen, try some too.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
おいしい。これはおいしいですね。
It's good. This is really good.
じゃあこちらもどうぞ。エビグラタンとあとフライドチキンはエスニック風にしてみました。
Okay, try this too. It's shrimp gratin and ethnic style fried chicken. Ethnic style? Are they trying to say like kind of like Jamaican jerk chicken or something? Is that what they're getting at with that? Ethnic style? I've heard of odd interpretations before, but that's a new one on me.
Excellent.
Excellent.
凝っているんですね。
You really put a lot of effort into this.
Yuki went around and offered everyone something to eat, but she couldn't bring herself to offer any to Suzuha. Mayuri kept motioning for her to go over, but Yuki just kept fidgeting. Maybe she was thinking about it too much. But Suzuha kept devouring all the food that Miyuri and Yuki had prepared and gushing over every dish. The two of them had been practicing their cooking for about a month here in the lab. I guess it paid off.
あ、ケーキもあるよ。楓さんがデコレーションしてくれたんだ。
Oh, there's cake too. Kaede did the decorations.
Hopefully it's not music notes. Too soon? And yet you say you're hungry now, Avian? I totally understand. I really do.
あんまり上手にできなかったけど、許してね。
I didn't do a very good job, so forgive me.
楓さんって不吉祥さんだもんね。でも、そんな楓さんが萌えだよ。
Kaede's really kind of clumsy, but doesn't that just make her cuter?
ちっとも褒められてる気がしないわ。
That really doesn't feel like a compliment.
Everyone laughed. Oh, did I see a male? Oh wow, I can call Carissa.
だから
私じゃなくて真帆先輩の相手をしなさいと言っとろうが。
I'm telling you, don't talk to me, talk to Maho. I half expected that to get me an achievement, you know, because I got Makise to hang up on me. I'm curious if that's made any effect on the game. Yeah, he just began eating dinner after seeing them doing chaotic. Good timing. When she saw that everyone had eaten enough food, Ferris clapped her hands together loudly to draw everyone's attention.
さてさて、皆さん、盛り上がってきたところで、そろそろプレゼント交換をしたいと思うんだにゃ。
Okay, every kitty. Now that we're all having fun, I'd like to start exchanging presents, Nia.
私たち間に合わせのものしか用意できなかったけど。
We didn't have time to get anything good. I hope that's okay. Yeah, there you are, Queen. You had no idea that was possible. There you go. I always find something new on my stream somehow. It seems that I find something somewhere. I didn't think I'd be able to ring her. I thought it wouldn't let me do it. As soon as it said connect, I thought it's letting me call her. I was surprised at that. Maho and the professor had stopped at... Right, what it stopped at there? At a Donkey Ote. That is a very clever pun. There's a very famous place in Akihabara called Don Quixote, named after the Spanish character. It's like an 8th floor department store building. It's famous because it's the home of the legendary idol group AKB48. Their actual stage for their intimate lives was on the top floor of that building. And what they've done now was a way to get around the copyright by doing Donkey and then Shote, as in Don Quixote. On their way from Mako City, and spent just 10 minutes picking out presents.
大丈夫。それでバッチリだにゃ。
Don't worry, that's fine, Nia.
私持ってきてない。
I didn't bring anything.
鈴葉の分は僕とマユシで準備してきたお。
Mayashi and I brought yours.
マユシーが選びました。
Mayushi was the one who chose it.
そうなんだ。ごめん。
I see. Sorry.
気にしなくていいのだぜ。
Don't worry about it.
いいのだぜ。
Don't worry.
Mayuri mimicked Dara's words as she pulled out 2 wrapped parcels from her bag and put them on the table. They both had the same wrapping as the one Daru was holding. They must have bought them at the same place. Mayuri had already explained to me Operation Number 2. Mayuri's plan for the evening was not only to make Suzuha smile, but to bring Yuki and Daru a little closer together.
プレゼント交換の方法なんだけど、いろいろ考えて結局くじ引きにしたにゃ。
All these kitty puns are never going to stop from Ferris Nyanyan, are they? They're never going to stop. And of course, Mayashi always playing the matchmaker.
I thought of a lot of different ways to decide to get what presents, but in the end I decided we're just going to draw numbers, Nia.
Ferris gathered together everyone's presents and put little stickers with numbers on them.
にゃんにゃにゃん。
Nyan nyan nyan.
And then she lifted a bunch of disposable chopsticks up above her head. Oh no! I can, 'cause I'm the king. Yes, we're playing the king's game, people. Number 2, my lap is yours. And then she... Oh, I already read that line, I just
これ
realised.
はマユシーが今夜王様ゲームをやろうとして持ってきたものだにゃ。
Mayushi brought these so we can play the King's Game tonight, Nia.
言わないでよ、フェリスちゃん。
Ah, don't say that, Ferris.
おいマユリ王様ゲームっていうのは合コンの時とかにするもんだぞ。
Hey, Mayuri, the king's game is something you play at singles parties.
わかってるよ。ちょっと勘違いしただけだもん。
I know that. I just got a little confused.
ま、女の子から命令されるのって僕は大好物だけどね。
Not reading that out. No, 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 no.
橋田さん、本当 ますね。
Hashida, you really are a pervert.
ということでマユシーがちょっと勘違いしちゃったこの割り箸をくじ引き用に使わせてもらうにゃ。
So we're going to use these chopsticks that Mayoshi was a little confused about and use them to pick presents, Nia.
引いた番号のプレゼントをゲットできるのにゃ。
Whatever number's on the chopstick you draw, that's the present you get, Nia.
Ferris loudly shuffled all the chopsticks, and then went around to everyone so they could draw one. She was also part of Mayuri's plan. In fact, Mayuri and Ferris were sending signals to each other with eye contact and their fingers. In other words, Daru gets this one, Yuki gets this one. We know what you're like, Mayushi. And we all definitely know what Ferris is like. While everyone was focusing on the chopsticks, they were busy relabeling Daru's and Yuki's presents. They were so obvious about it, I started getting nervous that Yuki would find out.
みんな引いたかにゃ。
Everybody get a chopstick, Nia.
それじゃあプレゼントを渡すにゃ。中身を見るのはみんなに行き渡ってからにゃぞ。
Okay, I'll hand out the presents. No opening your presents till everyone's got theirs.
ワクワクしますね。
This is really exciting, isn't it?
何が当たるかな。
I wonder what I'm gonna get.
I forgot Naya was in the room, she's been so quiet. Ferris and Mayuri passed out the presents according to the numbers that everyone drew. Once the presents were handed out, everyone started to take off the wrapping paper.
What?
Naya was the first to react as she gave a very strange cry. Inside her box was a skull. Oh! Oh! Is that the game doing a literal death flag? Oh! Game, if that comes true, you have balls! Huge balls if that comes to pass.
それかっこいいでしょ。
Oh, isn't that cool?
ベルトのバックルだよ、ナイちゃん。学校につけていったらきっと人気者だと思うな。
It's a belt buckle, Nai. If you wear it to school, I'm sure it'll make you very popular.
I don't understand how they've managed to make Lukaku look so passable. The whole "but he's a dude" thing. They've actually managed to reinforce it. I don't know how they pulled that off.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
Lukaku, you terrified her. I was feeling bad for Nai, but when I took out my own present... Oh, right, okay. What has he got? What has he got? Let's find out!
誰だこれは。
Whose idea was this? The box had a cute design, and inside it was what looked like a see-through white veil. The veil was decorated here and there with the... Has he accidentally got Yuki and Daru's present here? Because that sounds like a wedding veil to me. I can understand Okabe being somewhat freaked out right now. And you say that belt buckle sounds great, hey Queen. This can't be,
ああ、オカリンさんのところへ行ったか。
Oh, you got it, Okabe!
そのままマユシーにプレゼントしてあげるといいよ。
You can give it to Mayoshi as a present!
そんなことできるか。
no way!
オカリンさんのためなら喜んで来てくれるって。
I'm sure she'd be happy to wear it for you.
どうしてそういう話になるんだ。
Why are we talking about this?
なになに？マユシーがどうかしたの？
What's this about me?
Uh-oh, red alert, red alert, bail for the window, people! Get out of here while you still can! Mayuri heard her own name and came over.
それって何かな？
What's that, I wonder?
ベビードールだよ、マユシー。しかも
あ
超可愛くてセクシーなやつ。オカリンさんのために着てあげなよ。
Well called, Avian! I was giving the game more credit. I thought it was going to do the mix-up between the gift for Daru and Yuki. I gave the game too much credit. I was far too charitable. And now, I've got to read this line. Wish me luck.
It's baby doll lingerie, Mayushi, and a super cute, sexy one. You can wear it for Okabe, okay?
Do I really want to read the hint here, people? We've already gone to hell on the street. We might as well go deeper. Let's go down to the 9th plane. Here we go. Yeah, literally, it's a type of lingerie notable for wide hem that fluffs out. Oh dear. I'm going to save my game. That's what I'm going to do. Let's carry on. You know that's not happening.
それならオカリンさんが自分で来てもいいんですよ。
Then why don't you wear it yourself?
Red fucking alert!
これは返す。いくらでも自分で楽しんでくれ。
I'm giving this back. You can enjoy it yourself. I pushed the baby doll lingerie back into Fubuki's hands.
じゃあこっちと交換します？
Okay, why not exchange it for what I got? No! No, he doesn't. Absolutely not. Yeah, Chaotic, yeah, why are you pushing romance on Okabe? Just, that's not going to work. And even if it's drove you to drink, I can only apologise. I had no idea it was coming. Fubuki handed me her present in exchange. The wrapping and lid had already been removed. I took a quick look inside. Sexy pink shorts and a pink bra. I just knew it was going to be worse. Yep, they were see-through. Even Mitaro started going, ugh. And who can blame him? Who can seriously blame him?
それ私が持ってきたプレゼントです。
Right, if you two want to go for a room, that's fine.
Oh, that was the present I brought.
まゆりちゃんに着てもらえるなら嬉しいです。どうぞ。
I'd love it if you had Mayuri wear it. Enjoy.
君たちにはそういう発想しかないのか。
Is that all you people think about?
まゆしはもうオカリンからプレゼントもらったからいいよ。
Mayushi already got a present from Ocarine, so I'm okay.
Mayuri had drawn my present. Perhaps because we were childhood friends? By the way, I'd chosen a huge chunk of chocolate in the shape of a gold bar. The kind of thing you find at a Don Quixote bargain bin. Oh, boo! Shame on you! Dude! Ultimate dick move! 0 for effort! You gave someone a Christmas present from the fucking bargain bin! Ass! Out! Sling your fucking hook! You're done, mate!
オカリンさんさ、もうちょっとなんかなかったの？
I'll come in. Was there really nothing else you could have gotten?
うるさいな。パーティーではこういうのがウケるって雑誌に書いてあったんだ。
Shut up! I read in a magazine that these things make hilarious party gifts.
いや、これはないわ。うん。
No, there's no way anybody would want to get this. None.
ないわね。
Not a chance.
なんだって。
What? Not even a chance? The magazine said it was a sure thing. No, here we are. Is this the return of Hoen Kiyoma? Has Hoen Kiyoma finally come back from the dead?
まゆしは嬉しいよ。だって金の延べ棒だよ。
She's such a ditz, isn't she?
Mayushi's happy. It's a gold bar. I'm never going to get to touch another one in my whole life.
いい子だマユシーは
Oh, you're such a good girl, Mayushi.
本当にいい子ねよしよし
You really are a good girl. There.
Avian, I can totally understand the chocolate is more appropriate, but still, come on. 0 for effort. Go into the bargain bin. Even if she's happy. Dick move. Serious dick move. And I agree, Chaotic. Everyone's trying to set each other up with gifts. It's pretty obvious. Fubuki and Kaede were patting Mayuri's head, half out of sympathy and half because she was cute. Somehow, I ended up as the bad guy. Because you fished the gift from the bargain bin! You were always destined for Dick Kick City! You're not that unself-aware. You know what you did. Own up to it. Not even I am that insensitive.
次は私が開けてみますね
Okay, now it's my turn to open. Yuki started to open her present.
Wow.
She took out a cute wooden music box. When she opened the lid, there was a little tin figure that danced. Oh, a music box, that's an unusual gift.
すごいかわいい
Wow, it's so cute.
素敵ね
It's wonderful.
ロマンティックです
So romantic.
いいな
That's so nice.
The girls all seemed really impressed. But I wasn't, because the really tinny music was grinding my ears really badly. Still, it was better than the whole music of my insurance contract. But Lukaku is a guy. That's the running joke, but he's a guy. It's always the way. It definitely looked something a woman would enjoy receiving. With as many girls as there were coming to this party, it might have been the perfect choice. Wait, maybe I should have brought something like that. Well, I can now agree with your point now, Chaotic, where you say he's probably just trying too hard and follows what other people say, because he's just literally admitted it right there. I should have brought this, it would have been the perfect gift. But then I realised that the idea had never even occurred to me.
これ一体誰からのものにゃ
Whose present could this be, Nia?
Ferris, you're making it too obvious.
あ僕
Oh, me. Daru reluctantly raised his hand.
Huh? What?
あらま
Oh my.
あダルおじさんすごいね
Uncle Daru, you're amazing.
ふーんやるね兄さん
Nice, brother.
Everyone, except Miuri and Ferris, who knew about it in advance, raised their voices in surprise.
これ橋田さんなんですね
This is from you, then, Hashida?
どうかなマユシからアドバイスしてもらって選んだだけなんだけどさ
Well, what do you think? Mayoshi was the one who told me to get it. You had an open goal 2 inches from you and blasted it over the crossbar. How did you miss? All you had to do was tap it in. But instead you went power and sent it to the top of the stadium.
素敵ありがとうございます大切にしますね
It's wonderful. Thank you. I'll treasure this.
Yuki held the music box close to her chest. She seemed really happy.
Huh?
And then her expression turned confused. She looked down into the box. Then she started to fidget.
ごめんなさい私ちょっと
Excuse me. I need a second. Because the music is obviously the tune that she's been humming. She hurried off toward the washroom, still holding the box. She must have seen the trick. And as you say, Chaotic, how? Let's say, That's a mystery science can't explain. It is a mystery that science can't explain. And Avian, you're on the same wavelength as me. I believe that's exactly what it is. It's the song she hums. And she has no idea how she's heard it again. She doesn't care, she's too emotionally overcome. According to what Mayuri had told me earlier, there was a fake letter from Daru himself taped to the bottom of the box. It was something like a love letter, along with an invitation to a movie date. Yeah, it was pretty obvious. I get the feeling it'll be the same song though, because it just makes more sense from a narrative point. But yeah, it's pretty obvious that they were trying to set it up. It's quite clever. I wondered how she was reacting. Yeah, Queen, you're asking how I never called it because I've got the romantic radar of, what's a good analogy here? Raw sewage. I think that's probably the clue. I've got the romantic radar of raw sewage. When it comes to like violent death and chaos, I can predict that, but yeah. Meanwhile, Daru had also opened his own present, and he looked a little bothered. He'd been given Ferris's present, oh dear. Until he'd opened it, he looked really happy, but now he'd gone completely silent. According to Mayuri, he was going to get a pair of movie tickets. And even though it was a present from Ferris, the tickets came with instructions to use them for a date with Yuki. Ouch. Beating him over the head with it. Ferris responded to Daru's questioning gaze with a wink.
Good luck, Nia.
She seemed to be saying. And again, I called the fact that it was obviously a setup when I'm like, oh, look, dude, you blasted it over the crossbar. It was all set up for him. It literally was gift wrapped. That's what makes it, the other expression. It's gift wrapped for him to take advantage, and he still managed to drop the ball. For her part, Ferris had also received some strange doll that Maho had bought at Don Quixote. Lukako's present was a miniature remote-controlled helicopter that Data Leskinen had purchased. And Data Leskinen got a set of 12 cute little crayons from Nai. Scissorhar's present was a pair of handmade gloves. Yuki had evidently made them herself. She put them on, looking happy, but maybe a little lonely, and smiled.
Scissorha, yokatta jan.
That's great, Scissor. Yeah.
ていうか、兄さんは何が当たったの？
Wait, what did you get, brother? No! You don't want to know! You don't want to know what he got! And I agree, actually, Avian. Lucas' present was probably the best one.
これ。
This. Huh? Daru realised he'd been set up, and he was clearly avoiding looking at her. Scissorha seemed to understand and patted him on the back, with a gentle expression on her
いいんじ
face.
ゃない？行ってきなよ。
What's wrong with that? Go have a good time.
なんだおscissorhaまで。
What? It too, Scissorha?
だって二人を見てるとじれったいからさ。
Well, it's frustrating watching you two.
けどリアルでデートなんかしたことないし。
But I've never been on a real date, and your harem games will not help you. This time, Captain, you're very much on your own. Good luck. I don't think you're going to need it, but good luck.
母さんもそうらしいよ。
Neither has Mom, supposedly.
え、そうなん？
What? Really? Yeah, and to be fair, can it possibly be as disastrous as a date that happened in the original Steins Gate? Those of you who've seen will know exactly what I'm talking about.
そっか。
I see. Yuki came back from the bathroom. She seemed to be having trouble walking straight. Did she net like a bottle of vodka while she was in there? She sat back in her seat but began to nervously nibble on the snacks at the table. And once in a while, she would take a look at Daru. For now, the movie ticket plan seemed to be going well. Staring too much could tip her off. I should probably pretend I didn't know anything.
Oh, Maho got the music box Mayushi brought.
You'd erased it from your mind, Avian. Oh, you're welcome for me bringing that back up. Because I remember the pain that stream caused. Yes. Pain. Oh wow, what the... Mayuri raised her voice when she saw the music box in Maho's hands. It was shaped like a deformed teddy bear. And when you wound it up, its hands and legs would jerk back and forth as it played it. Five Nights at Freddy's, is that you? That's what that makes me think of. That sounds creepy AF. It was a very different design than the one Yuki had received.
Is it really okay for me to get something as nice as this?
Well, she likes it, so who am I to judge?
Sure it is. Go ahead. Go ahead. What kind of music does it play? I want to hear. Yeah, me too.
Maho started to wind it up. As she wound it, Kaede turned off the music in the background. Unless this is the tune that Yuki hears, that'll be a swerve. Ah yes, you've seen a deformed teddy bear. One that's not friendly to teenagers. I wonder who you're thinking of with that one. Obviously not the one who's bearific from Persona 4.
Here we go.
Maho took her hand off the winding key, and the mechanical yet gentle sound that was unique to music boxes began to play. The lively atmosphere of the lab was replaced with a feeling of calmness and peace. Huge flag! Huge flag! Gigantic flag! We listened quietly to the sound of the music box.
Mayushi really likes this song. So do I. It makes you feel all warm, right? Yeah, it does.
So I was wrong. The music box song wasn't from the one given to Yuki, actually, but the one given to Maho. That's a nice little swerve that no one saw coming. I like that. I technically called it at the last second, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, I see. This is the song.
Suzuha stood up as if she suddenly remembered something.
Yuki, don't you remember? Huh? What?
Yuki was spacing out so hard that she started to panic when Suzuha spoke to her.
When I was sick, you sang the song for me here. Oh, come to think of it. Yeah, it's definitely this song.
Suzuha seemed remembering something as her eyes narrowed.
Hey, Big Sis Mayu, what song is this? This is...
Mayuri was about to speak, and then... Oh! Out of nowhere, the world twisted. Has someone else turned the timeline off? That'd be interesting! I moaned in pain as an incredible sense of wrongness flooded through me. The whole lab seemed to twist and fade, and the happy party I'd been experiencing warped and waved like a mirage. It couldn't be. No! Somewhere far away, I heard something that sounded like a violent crash. I was just barely able to move my eyes in the direction it came from, and I saw Fubuki falling to the floor as she knocked over a table. Kaede and Faris ran over to her, calling her, I mentioned Fubuki as Steiner! I fucking mentioned it! But it all looked so blurred. Like I was watching a movie underwater, and everything was moving so slow. Their voices were getting further and further away. No matter how much I stretched out my hand, it reached no one and touched nothing. It was a terrible feeling. As if time and space were being torn apart, and even matter itself was losing its subjectivity. This feeling, even if I didn't want to remember it, I knew what this awful feeling was. I knew it far better than I had ever wanted. This was reading Steiner. $1.382733. And well, it seems that my call for Christmas Eve party, something big happening, was correct. Reading Steiner has somehow managed to activate. Who has changed the world line and how? We're going to dig deeper and try to find out more on Wednesday evening at 8 PM GMT, when I will be back again with the next part. Until then, thank you all very, very much for watching, and good night.